If you're planning on listening to the Beers on Me podcast, then you are in the right place. Because this is episode number 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Way.
Made it past the Ocho.
Made it
Past the Ocho, yep. And we are now going away from the holiday extravaganza. That was episode 8. Hope you enjoyed as best as we could throw it together.
Yeah.
This will be our last one for the shitty 2020.
Is it?
Might be.
We might get shoehorn one in before the new
Yeah,
year.
we might try to stick a special episode in.
That might be a looking forward, hope for 2021 kind of thing. But we'll see what kind of time we got, right?
If we do, it won't be a regular episode, I don't think. It won't be episode 10. It'll be like a special, like a bonus. So it'll be year-end bonus.
Yeah.
Urine? I don't want any urine.
Yeah, well.
9!
You don't know what you get or what you don't.
Oh, shit. All right. That's fair.
Because the beer's on me next time.
Oh, shit. We're definitely getting urine. We're getting pumpkin spice urine next time.
Oh, wow.
Mark my words.
Wow.
Jesus.
No, I think I'm done trying to find you holiday-ish beers.
Only the best.
Well, the holidays
pumpkins
are about
were fed
over,
to this
so.
goat to piss in this glass.
We're getting there. But I will
Goat
say...
piss pumpkin spice.
Right?
Shit.
Organic.
Organic, yes. It has to be.
Grass
It's just not right.
Jesus.
I will say, though, with it being probably the last regular episode of the season, we put together, hopefully, a good plan. We kind of thought we would give everybody out there the year in review. And we're not going to talk bad stuff. We're not going to talk about all the COVID and all the down.
Well,
No, we're going to bring you the stuff that actually was kind of cool out there or fun. Right. Yeah, true.
Because it's been a shit year.
Yeah, it has been a shit year. But there has been some really, really cool stuff that has come out or people have seen or heard.
Maybe polish this turd.
There has been some good things out there. So my hope is to bring a little bit of that at least.
Yeah.
So
no, we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah. First off, though, Merlin has the beers. The beers are on Merlin.
Yes. So I went away from the Oregon coast.
Yay.
At behest of my...
Save that for next time, yours.
To a completely separate coast.
You know, if I get free beer, we're drinking it. So I went to a different coast, an Irish coast, if you will.
We have coasts.
O'Hara's Irish Stout tonight. So
it says it's a full-bodied, luxuriously smooth stout.
Ooh, well, we can hope. It's from Carlow Brewing Company in Ireland.
Roast bite.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's crack it open.
What's funny is I thought like Guinness was like the only dark beer that came from over there.
Yeah, not anymore.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Woo-hoo. Oh, yeah.
Stouts are always good this time of year. Well, any time of year.
Any time of year, man.
Yeah, I say any time of year.
I like the darks. The dark beers are good. Stouts, porters.
So this one comes in at 4.3 alcohol by volume. But your stouts typically are a little bit lighter that way.
Super low, though, isn't it?
It's a little low, but yeah, it's a bit low, to tell you the truth. Your porters are a little bit higher.
This is like a pub stout.
But
this is like a game day stout.
So I'm hoping this is one that you can drink a lot of.
Oh, God, look at that.
It's a good head on her. Jeez, look at that.
That's like molasses, man. It's super dark. And just a little bit of a tan head on there. Hardly any, though.
You get a lot of dark roast flavor there. Mm-hmm. It's pretty clean. Pretty crisp.
Yes. You get a lot of the roast flavor. No, not at all.
Not thick?
No, not thick at all.
I wouldn't say it's thick at all, but you can't see through it.
No, you can't see through it at all.
It is dark as shit. The head is frothy, like you would expect.
I definitely like the roast flavor on the front end of that beer.
Yeah, it's very dry.
With a little bit of malt. It's like the perfect stout almost. And it doesn't have a lot of alcohol by volume, so you could actually put these back.
You could. It scores an 87 on the 100 scale.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's
comes
good.
in at 3.89 on the 5-star scale. I would rate it a little higher than that. I'd put it at a 4.2, 4.3 kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah, I would go above 4 for sure.
Pretty good. It's the flagship of the O'Hara brand, and it's a great Irish stout. It's a great offering of what an Irish stout should be.
Yes,
nice,
if you
crisp,
like
clean,
dark beers and
dry.
especially stouts, you will like this beer.
So on the label it says Champion Trophy and Gold Medal Drought Winner.
Draft
from the...
That's right.
What?
They're words. They're hard. Draft.
No, yep, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah,
I can't
I know.
see.
Yeah.
I had to take a picture of it and zoom in so my blind ass could read it, first of all, so forgive me. Drought winner. Or, fuck. Draft winner. We'll have Chris cut this out.
Screw that. I'm leaving it in.
Just leave that in.
Draft winner. The Brewing Industry International Awards in 2000.
Oh,
So,
man.
look, I'm
been
cool
around
with
for a
you
while.
being proud of winning an award, but 20 years ago, you still need to put it on your bottle?
Yeah, 20 years ago, you're still producing a
PBR
pretty
still,
damn good one.
PBR's still doing it.
Yeah, PBR is holding on to that blue ribbon
They're
from
milking-
1886. Come on
milking
now.
that one for all.
Nobody asked you, Choo Choo.
I had to throw it in
You
there.
will watch your tongue
That
when
is
it
the
comes
name.
to PBR.
That is the name of the beer. You do realize that, right?
I know, but they're basing it off of.
They use-
an award.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, they're-
Touche.
they use Fuggle hops.
I'm like, I'm not going to change the name of my fucking beer.
Right. Ah, fuck, we didn't get the blue this year. I guess we're
With a yellow ribbon.
the yellow ribbon
Pabst
now.
yellow ribbon.
PYR now.
Pabst participation ribbon.
This is the honorable mention. Ah, shit. PHM. Sounds like a fucking men's magazine.
No, with almost nude girls that will never talk to you.
No, this is actually
God.
pretty good, though.
This is
Yeah,
very good.
this is the example of what an Irish stout should be. If you're trying to make an Irish stout, if you're a home brewer, get yourself some of O'Hara's, and this is what you're striving for.
Yeah, and look up the recipe.
This is the perfect Irish dry stout.
The nice thing about it is, too, the flavors are simplistic to the point where I think that you could do some other... You could have fun with this as a base recipe of a beer and actually go someplace with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, the espresso notes give you a lot of flexibility going towards like a chocolate or even a darker, like a burnt type
Right.
flavor, if you want.
Or oatmeal. You could go that way.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at my dumb ass.
Hey, it's
Drought.
fun.
You still want to say drought, don't you?
I do.
Drought.
Even after
go
you
up to the bar.
specifically said draft, I said drought again.
Yeah.
What a dumb shit.
You saddle up to the bar. What do you have on drought? I find, sir. Whatever you have on drought is good.
Give me your finest drought.
At least you didn't really fuck it up. What do you have on Drog Hut? Do you have any-
Drugged.
Do you have anything on Drog Hut? No? Okay.
You know, I don't want to bring the mood down for you guys, but we did. This episode is being recorded just after our beloved Seattle Sounders just lost
Yeah.
the MLS Cup.
This is true.
So we've been drinking for the last few hours already, as it
This
is.
we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to blame it on that,
Yeah.
and I'm leaving it there.
If the wheels come off,
Fair.
well,
Yeah, if it comes off, we apologize.
blame Columbus.
But you know what? Congratulations to the Columbus crew for
Yes.
Yeah.
They
winning
played
the
a hell of a
title.
game.
Yeah,
They
you
did.
won.
They definitely
They were the better
outplayed us.
team this time.
Yep.
I'm glad they're still in Columbus.
I am too, actually.
I mean,
You never want to see a professional sports team leave.
no,
their
especially
city.
when
No.
they're a founding team of a league.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
and so it's good to see them stay in Columbus, but the fan base is definitely there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's instead of being screwed by like we were with the Sonics, you know, the fan base from all of the MLS got together
Yep.
and their NFL
A
team
lot of supporters groups.
and the
yeah.
NFL got behind them, and they saw what happened to us with the Sonics, I think, and they did not want that to happen there in Columbus,
Yeah.
and so they really saved that team.
And
They
this
put
cup,
together a winner,
this
so
cup's
whatever.
this cup's a good thing for them. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
sure.
big turnaround. I mean, we've been there 4 out of 5 years here in Seattle, so
Yeah.
we really can't complain.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll let you have this one. We'll be back next year. We'll win next
exactly. Expectations are
'Cause
still high for next year.
one. Odds are.
We've been in the playoffs every year. We've been in the MLS, so we got to keep that up. Yeah.
You know what? If the NBA would have listened to anybody other than Clay, whatever his dumb shit name was that stole our Sonics away.
Aiken? No.
No. Other
no,
Clay
no.
dumb shit.
Clay. Okay.
Not Canadian singer Clay.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was that group that
Sorry,
bought the
Clay, for all the
Sonics.
hate mail. I was misinformed.
Yeah, I don't remember his name right
Clay
offhand.
Bennett.
Clay Bennett.
Clay
yes.
Bennett.
Clay Bennett. Thank you.
Look,
Yeah.
It really
if
was.
he would have come out and said he's buying this team to move it to Oklahoma
Yeah.
City, would have been a different story. But he
Right.
said they were buying it and we're not going to move it
Exactly.
when they were doing secret squirrel shit behind scenes.
I
Yeah,
blame-
to move
to
it
make it
from the
move.
beginning.
I
yeah.
blame Schultz.
Fuck yes,
Because
Howard
he
Schultz.
knew what Bennett was going to do.
Right.
and he just wanted to sell the team for whatever reason. I guess he didn't have enough money.
And I almost guarantee that anybody that's a basketball fan that's not living in Oklahoma City would rather that team still be here.
Absolutely.
I would hope so, yeah.
Even their players, which we know for a fact because they still wear Sonics gear.
Yeah, they're very proud of their time in Seattle.
And we would have had a hell of a good team for at least a few years there.
I think so.
Yeah.
We had a great team set up, yeah.
Even so, we had the fan base. We were filling that place up.
Yeah.
We were filling the key up.
Yeah.
And they still wanted to move away from that. And I just didn't get it.
Yeah, now Oklahoma City can't get fans in there for shit. Now
Well,
that Kevin Durant left and all, all the stars left.
Because it's Oklahoma.
Exactly. Nobody cares.
If you got all this money, where do you want to live? Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Right.
The fuck? Have you ever been there?
No offense to anybody in Oklahoma that's listening.
Whatever. You know where you live.
I don't know much about Oklahoma, so I can't say
Oh,
nothing.
jeez.
You can't pick where you come from, Matt.
You want that one?
No, exactly.
Everybody wants to leave there. But I will give them this. They do have the Pro Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Oh,
We got some good college teams there.
through that.
And
Go Sooners, huh?
Yeah.
Good old JR.
Matt
Tornado
doesn't like
capital of the
anything
world.
anyway.
I know.
Good job, O'Hara's. We like
Yes.
beer.
Oh,
It's a
geez,
great
we were
Irish
talking
stout.
about beer.
Yeah,
Fuck
shout
No,
out
we're
to
on the
Long
O'Hara's.
story short.
The-
O'Hara's draft beer.
Across
Irish
the
not
pond
drought beer.
over there in Ireland. By the way, I
Irish
want to
dry
come
stout.
visit your country
Yes.
because your country looks cool. You brew lots of good beer. You have some great soccer teams. I would really like to go see and experience the environment there. So good job, O'Hara's over there in
O'Hara's, yeah.
Ireland.
And this should be available everywhere, I would think. I mean, if we can get it freaking here, you should be able to get it
Yeah, I
there.
would think so. But to be honest, I don't think I've seen O'Hara's a whole lot. Maybe in like Total Wine and More, but I don't think I've seen it in a lot of stores or anything.
If it made it all the way here, it should be available just about everywhere. But yeah, go if you want a perfect example of what an Irish dry stout should be. Definitely go out and get it. It's OHARA''S.
So
Yeah.
for 2020,
Hold on real quick.
oh sorry,
Still speaking of beer, you know what's not available here yet?
What's
Still? Goddamn
that?
Broken Skull IPA.
I was gonna say the Broken Skull.
Fucking El Segundo Brewing, come on!
You know what else is not?
We're 2
available
states
over
away.
here?
I've
And we're
heard
gonna
him
and
bitch
we're-
about this beer for like, 4 years
I'm going
now?
to until we get
All
it.
And I'm gonna go back to domestics a little bit on this one. You know what else is not available here? That's actually a really, really good beer. Yingling.
Yeah, we did drink our weight in Yinglings, didn't we, when we were down there in New Orleans?
Yes, and you can't get Yingling here. And that beer, kind of like a regional or a macro brewery.
Yeah.
For being a macro brewery, that beer is fucking awesome.
They've been around forever. I don't know why we can't get them up here.
But look, we have listeners in California. I know
Yes.
this for a fact. Please, I'm begging.
Send us some.
Get us some some Broken Skull IPA, please, for the love of God.
Charity
Now you
here.
just
Come on.
sound desperate.
Dude, I'm so desperate.
He's got his wrestling knee pads on.
He sounds like a senior at prom with no date.
Come on, just show me a little.
How'd you know I didn't have a date to prom?
That was a good yes.
Your mom told us that. She said no.
His mom said no, or
Yeah. Wow. I don't know if my family's going to like that joke.
you can cut that one out.
Whatever. Family doesn't
It's
like
fine.
me anyway.
That was years ago. It was years ago. I've
Your
moved
family
on.
doesn't like me anyway.
I moved on.
Oh, let's start there.
Oh, shit. Not like you're my ex-wife. Of course they like you.
Okay. They're like, oh, here's another one for the list.
The only ones they don't like is Chris.
Oh.
Damn, that's messed up.
Ouch.
I'm usually the nice guy.
Everybody loves Chris. I mean,
Yeah, they even made a show about it.
despite this show. Damn you, Terry Crews.
All right, Chris, what do you got? What are we doing this
All right,
episode?
let's jump into the cesspool of that is 2020.
Well, I mean, in our year in review, we're going to jump into 2020 and what it was.
Fucking horse shit.
It was
So,
a pile of shit.
God,
A
So do
big,
we-
steamy
the
pile of dog shit.
so should we start with the happy side and then end on a more somber note?
I just think we just dive in whatever you got right there.
Okay.
And we'll see where it goes.
So I decided to kind of bring us some things that were really cool that I liked, at least. I didn't really like the lists a whole lot. There is some lists out there. You can Google them. And we would mostly bash them.
Yeah.
So I stayed away from
pretty
that.
much.
That's what we do. So
Yeah.
I mean,
You can bash my favorite list.
I'm
so
sure we'll get some in
I
there.
figured I would start with my top favorite movies
Things are
of
looking up.
2020 because that's always easy. It's easy to come up with like the movies and or TV shows that 2020 has given you. We've all been stuck in freaking quarantines and work at homes and whatever else, stay at home orders and all that stuff. So a lot of us have been watching a lot more TV than normal, I would think. I know I have been. So I found some cool
I don't
stuff.
know about you, but
Well, I do work too, but I know you've also been watching TV while you work.
Some of us don't work from home. The same.
That's true too. Some are essential.
well, that's the path you took.
All right,
If your cable don't work, that's pretty fucking essential.
that's true. Nah,
Especially
I'm
nowadays.
good with that.
Right.
So,
If you're listening to us right now, you're welcome.
So I give you. It's not a huge list. It's probably about 10 or so of just the movies that and then a couple of honorables. So to start us off, Bad Boys for Life has to be one of my top favorite movies of this year. I thought they did a good job with it. It was fun. It was about what you would expect out of Bad Boys. So
Didn't see it.
Me neither.
No.
well, now you have something to go watch.
But we
Okay.
got to remember, Chris is the movie guy here. He's
Yeah.
the one that watches everything that comes
Right.
out. So
Nope.
if you need to ask if a movie's good or not,
Right.
you can ask Chris.
This
and
is
he'll
what
let
I
you
do.
know.
Yes.
Yeah, and because my wife likes a lot of Disney stuff,
My wife.
I watch a.
My life.
That's right.
Sorry, Doug Benson.
My wife. I watch a ton of different types of movies, so we're very eclectic in our house. And these are in no specific order. It's not like 1 to 10 or whatever. The next one for me would be Mulan. Mulan did a great job taking the animated cartoon and turning it into a live action that actually felt like it was supposed to be live action from the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and not so cheesy. So
I did not see either one of those, the cartoon or the real life.
yeah. The real life one is actually pretty cool, especially if you like kind of that like the Eastern Bloc, Asian countries back in like the medieval time periods, like samurai time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That kind of kicked off the Disney Plus too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was near the beginning. I mean, The Mandalorian really was the beginning of Disney Plus.
Right.
That
but that was like the first movie that was supposed to
Yes.
be released in theaters.
Right. That was released
But,
on
yeah, they
Disney
did on
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yes.
Ah.
Which seems like all their movies now are being released on Disney Plus and in theaters where
And
you
in
can still
theaters,
go
yeah.
to a theater.
The few theaters that are
Right,
open wherever
right.
they are.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Well,
actually,
and-
to interject just for
Yeah,
a
go
quick
ahead.
sec, Disney Plus is actually not putting up a bunch of their newer movies right now. People are criticizing them for it because DC is putting up all their new movies on HBO. So HBO is about
on
to
HBO
make
Max?
a shit ton of money.
HBO Max has got
Yeah.
a lot of shit.
Because they're
on it.
releasing Wonder Woman 84.
1984 on
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Yeah.
on HBO Max, and Disney is still refusing to put up their newer stuff.
And the great thing about HBO Max is if you already have HBO, then you can get HBO Max. You don't have to pay more for it. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
all
like Disney
included?
Plus
Smart.
where you have to pay a subscription.
Right.
But if
Right,
you've got HBO already,
Yeah.
you
then
got
you
it.
can get HBO Max.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so DC, that's a good move on DC's part. Even
Yeah.
though their
Right.
movies blow.
Well, it's DC.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
Wonder Woman wasn't bad though.
What?
Wonder Woman was
Wonder
all right.
Woman wasn't too
Yeah.
It was by
I
far
like
the
that
best
one.
one out of
It's
all
the
their
best one that
movies.
they've
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
so far.
And I'm actually kind of excited for 1984. I'm looking forward to it because I
Well,
think
it's
it's
the
gonna be
80s, so
cool.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
new Suicide Squad. The James Gunn
Yes, the
Suicide
new
Squad.
Suicide Squad's
Oh,
on
that
the
should be
list.
better.
That looks good. First one was horseshit.
That was so bad.
James Gunn is doing the next one?
Bad.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Because
nice.
Marvel fired him, remember?
Right.
Because of his old jokes.
Right,
And then
even
he
though
was
everybody
like,
tried
"Fuck
to get
you
him
guys,
back."
I'm going to go make DC movies now.
Right.
And
now
then they
I'm
were
gonna-
like, oh, we were wrong. You can come back. But he had to make Suicide Squad first.
nice.
So, yeah. Look up.
Well, DC needed James Gunn.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Too bad he's not staying for them.
Right.
Because, I mean,
But why not? I mean,
Dude's a
J.J.
genius.
Abrams can do Star Wars and Star Trek, so why not?
Can he do Star Trek, though?
I don't know.
Well, he made the 2 Star Trek movies.
Yeah, he did make 2 Star
Yes.
Trek.
and he
he
did.
I
at
mean,
least 2 Star Wars,
technically,
right?
in that he
You know who's
made
making the
them
next
and
one?
made money off of them.
You know who's
yes.
making the next one?
What?
Quentin Tarantino.
Were they good?
Next what?
Star Trek.
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
That'll be different.
I hope so.
It'll be interesting
I
though.
hope it's going to be fucking phenomenal.
I hope it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
I want to see that.
It might.
Beam me up, motherfucker.
Someone that says bad motherfucker.
He'd work that into that.
Does
movie,
Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? Does Emperor Palpatine look like a bitch?
Does this transponder look like a bitch to you?
too. I
Teleport
was gonna
up
say
there?
Palpatine Star Wars. So now you're getting your sci-fi's
fuck.
mixed up.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that one.
Yeah, you are.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You've gotten your Mace Windu mixed
All right.
up with Star Trek.
Chris, cut this off. Let's start from the top. Let's do it over. Fuck.
Man, he's
I don't know
actually
about you,
not
but
on
Luke
par.
Skywalker was the best captain of the
Of the
Enterprise.
Starfleet. Does Bones look like a bitch? How about that? Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, all right.
All you can see is fucking the Wookiee yelling, "Come on!" Mixing up your universes there.
Jesus.
Con Solo.
Con Solo.
Han Solo.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just want to create a spoof film of this now, man. I think this would be so good.
Oh, good God. Fucking Sounders match.
Jesus.
Fucking Sounders, you did this.
It's like talking to my mom about sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Mixing up like tribbles and fucking Ewoks and shit.
Oh, God.
Shit.
How come all these Ewoks are falling out of this fucking elevator?
You know what sucks is I'm a pretty big Star Wars nerd, and I know Star Wars and Star Trek. And I fucked that up.
Yes, you did.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, my God.
So, we had... I gave you Bad Boys for Life and Mulan.
Remember the
There's
time
two to
Kirk
check
blew
out.
up the Death Star? Awesome. 4-ton torpedoes.
Big ones.
You're going to give me asthma.
Oh, God.
I'm crying.
All right.
Oh,
We've gotten to exactly 2 movies on his list.
Right.
This is going to be a long episode.
Well, hang on, kids.
Okay. So, I'm glad I started that off. Okay. I had to, though. I had to point that out. Sorry. Now I'm going to take us into one of those movies that's streaming only, like Mulan. But from Apple TV, and that's Greyhound with Tom Hanks in it. Basically, a World War II movie. He's on a destroyer
he's
called
on
the Greyhound.
Yeah.
No, destroyer.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like
Who's a
basically
dumbass now?
he's in charge of taking this 37.
Okay. Tell me the differences, smartass.
Continue, Chris.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's in charge of taking this 37 ship convoy basically from like one side of the pond to the other.
I don't even know if I've even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's super good.
I saw a couple commercials for it.
It's on Apple TV, so if you have Apple, then you can watch it. But
it was supposed to be
if you
released a
don't,
little earlier in the summer, like right at the beginning of summer.
yes, yeah. I
And
think
then
it
they
was
weren't
supposed to come
sure
out
whether they were going to allow us to go to the movie, so they held it for a second.
Yep.
And then they were like, fuck it. The movie, this is going nowhere. So then they released it on the Apple
TV.
Apple
Yep.
TV.
Apple TV Plus released in July.
Yeah, in
apparently.
July. Yeah, so it still came out in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the commercials made it look phenomenal.
It is. It's very good.
Man.
so basically, he's
It's got Tommy Hanks in it.
yes, he's basically trying to get them through the Wolfpack squads of U-boats, basically that are trying to attack this convoy. So it's got a lot of action. It definitely displays like the naval side of World War II really, really well. So it was cool. It was well done.
You can't go wrong with Tom Hanks.
No, he plays those roles so perfectly, man. Like
Plays
in those,
any role perfect.
Right.
I mean,
I'm a Hanks fan for sure.
Yeah, for
who
sure.
isn't?
Right.
Everybody
So-
loves that guy.
And then I went to some funner stuff.
Hey, real quick.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
not to interrupt. Well, I am interrupting.
Well,
you.
yeah,
Sorry
exactly.
for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
So with these movies, you think even though they're releasing them on these streaming services, like when we're able to go to theaters again, they will just re-release them just so you can watch it in the theater, like the way
I
it's
hope so.
meant to be
Well,
seen.
And that's what they're talking about.
Because it sounds like that movie
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
You got
I
to see
think
that
that-
in the theater.
With the guns and everything
Right.
going on, you want that immersive
Right.
experience.
they're talking about making it a choice, releasing stuff on streaming at the same time as movie theaters. So
Okay.
you can choose to go to the theater if you want, but if you don't want to deal with it and go out and stuff, then you can just
And
pay,
I imagine
pay to
it-
see it online.
But if you watch it on like HBO Max, you're not paying for it though, right?
Oh, I mean, they're making something off of it. HBO, I'm sure, is paying.
Oh, yeah,
the
HBO's
ass.
gotta give
You
them
know,
something.
They're
Right.
making up for it.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
Right.
Now, what I will
So
say is it
it's-
probably depends on what they're planning on releasing at those times. They'll probably re-release some of these in like the down times to fill the gaps and holes.
Sure.
I would imagine.
Well, and if we get back to theaters in 2021, then, you know, the Academy Awards and stuff, they always re-release those movies and everything too. So it's a big
Right.
time for a lot of movies to be re-released anyway, and it seems normal. So I can see them
Yeah.
taking the best movies
Right.
that
the
were
ones that are-
streaming
yeah.
and throwing them
nominations
into
and
the
stuff,
theaters
yeah.
and saying, hey, you know, come on back. Plus, they have to be holding back tons of movies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just
I'm sure
in
there's
the
some.
closets that we don't even know about.
Look
Well,
at
and
all
there's
the-
some that are probably like their production is probably delayed too.
Sure.
I mean, you see that with like Top Gun, the new Top
Extra
Gun.
editing.
You know,
Right.
Just
Well,
look at the trailers from 5-6 months ago or so. None of those movies have come out. They're just waiting for someone to make the decision. Do we put this online or do we put this in theaters?
which takes us to the next movie on my list. That would be Bill and Ted Face the Music.
I still haven't seen it. Damn it.
You
I
have
gotta
to
watch
get
it.
off your butt.
I got to watch it.
I-
That's on Amazon, right?
I have even watched the new Borat.
Oh,
Oh,
also
Jesus.
on Amazon, right? On Prime?
Yes,
That's
I
on
believe
Prime
that was a
Video?
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of over the whole Borat thing. It seems like a one and done kind of joke. I've heard the joke. Got it. Funny.
Right. I didn't think the second
I
Borat.
don't-
Or this is the second one.
Yeah,
right?
this is number two.
Second one.
Yeah.
I think that Sacha Baron Cohen's form of humor is all wrapped up in that kind of a character, that shock kind of character.
Yeah, two was
And,
done differently. for sure.
Is it? I hope so.
Yeah, I mean it's still.
I think he's
him,
a funny,
it's
creative
still
guy.
him, it's still his humor, but the way they approached it, the joke is different.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I did see that whole little, like, his scene with Rudy, Giuliani.
Yeah.
Like, that had real life, like, complications to it. You know what I mean? For Rudy.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, yeah, because
Oh, it had real
can't-
life complications for him too. He got
Yeah.
booted out of New York for that.
Yeah.
yeah, because you can't do illegal things.
Right. Like, secretly film somebody. and
Right.
Right.
Set somebody up.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's false pretenses type laws.
Yeah. So Bill and Ted Face the Music. If you're a Bill and Ted fan, if you enjoy that, then you should check out Bill and Ted.
We talked about that earlier, and you said that was a great movie, and for some reason I have not seen it. I do not know why.
yeah.
Well, speaking of Ted Theodore Logan, I watched Point Break
Point
yesterday.
Break. Yes.
Still a good movie. Holds
Yes,
up
it
totally.
is.
Still
It
a good
does.
A little
movie.
Johnny Utah action
Johnny
there.
Utah.
Yes.
Quarterback, Ohio State.
Yeah. That Point Break definitely does still hold up.
I learned to
surf today, sir. This is a turd. All right.
You're telling me the FBI is going to pay me to surf?
Hey, if you're not going to put him in John Wick, yes. If you're not going to put him in John Wick, then that's like the perfect role for him,
He's
man.
definitely aged better. He's gotten progressively better in his movie roles as time has gone on. You know, the John Wick is just really right where he needs to be, I think.
It's because he doesn't just pick whatever just to do a movie.
Well,
Right.
and Speed was a good movie, but his acting in that movie, kind of crap.
nah.
It was a cash in, yeah.
It's
But-
because it fit his demeanor.
It was
his
so
own
hokey,
personal-
it was
That movie's
good.
a shit, though. I like
It
that
was
movie.
so bad it was good.
Yeah. Well, I had Dennis Hopper in there.
I was going to say,
It's
it wasn't
Psycho.
the entire movie.
So
I
did
was
Blue
just talking
Velvet.
about his acting
And
in
Sandy
that I
Bullock.
think was kind of poopy.
You ever see Blue Velvet?
No, but I've seen Sandra Bullock.
Oh, geez.
All right. Well,
Dennis
they
Hopper.
weren't
Sandy.
in 2020, so
Oh, no.
let's drive on.
All right.
All
I
right.
get so
So
angry.
I'm just trying to
Same.
keep us on some. This is going to be a long episode.
Ether's
Yeah.
a mean drug, is all I'm saying.
So the next one that I don't know if you guys have seen this, but you should probably check out if you haven't is The Old Guard with Charlize Theron in it. She's the lead, and that movie I can't even explain it to you. It's just cool.
Great description.
Yeah,
Makes me want to go watch it.
I mean you can look it up.
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
It's an action movie. There is a lot of shooting. It's got like some futuristic and present time
I'm
kind
in.
of feel to it. A little bit of sci-fi.
Do we see your boobies?
It is. I don't remember actually.
Ah, you would remember if you saw.
I just watch The Devil's Advocate if you want that.
That's
True. So yeah, I would say check out The Old Guard for that.
Isn't she all cut up?
That was one of the
actually
cool,
Judd.
and this was a streaming too. The Old Guard was. I want to say it was like a Netflix only. A lot of the ones on here, because I have like a million streaming services, are all going to be streaming movies. But that
Right.
was pretty cool. That 2020 gave us something good there. I will give you a somewhat controversial one because I liked it. Some people didn't. But Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Birds of Prey was not bad.
I enjoyed it. I thought they did a good job kind of with the where does Harley Quinn go after Joker kind of story.
I didn't see it, but I saw a breakdown of the fight scenes, and it did not look very impressive.
Yeah,
I will see it one day.
It's not bad.
The
Just
fight
because I
scenes
love
aren't-
Margot Robbie as Harley
they're
Quinn.
not bad.
I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
She was the
She
best
is.
thing about the first Suicide Squad.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I want to see that movie is for her.
Yeah, she does a good job. It's not a bad movie for, a comic book adaptation kind of thing.
It
Yeah,
seems
I
to be
mean-
hard to make a movie out of a comic book for some reason.
Right.
And it seems like it
I
should
mean-
be really easy.
Marvel has it nailed.
Marvel does.
DC is struggling. Only
Yeah, they
a
do
tad.
tend to.
Probably because their characters suck.
Probably because they rushed everything. Their characters suck.
Their characters kind of suck.
But Sony, before Marvel started coming around, Sony was doing all the superhero movies like the Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. Those movies were terrible.
Ghost Rider.
They're fucking terrible.
Every
Ghost
Ghost
Rider
Rider's
movies.
been horrible.
Oh my god, those two movies are hilarious to watch.
I'm waiting for.
I love
They're
them.
so bad.
They're so bad. They're good.
I'm waiting for the current
I
Marvel.
don't know if I've watched the
universe
second one, to be honest.
to take over Ghost Rider and make that
They-
the way it should be.
So they kind of did
Throw
with
John Favreau in there and have him make
Oh my
that
god,
shit.
I hope
That would be awesome.
I hope
Yeah,
they
right.
do a full movie on him. They did,
But keep Nick Cage?
yes.
You got John Favreau at the
I'm
helm.
for
I
it.
think you
I'm
can keep
for
Nick
it.
Cage.
They did Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a shit show. And I saw they had Ghost Rider on one season 4, I think. I watched it for Ghost Rider. I got 3 episodes in, and I said, I can't do this. Even for
I
Ghost
need to
Rider.
poke my eyeballs out.
Those are some of the only comics, actual physical comics I had as a kid was Ghost Rider, and I could not watch that show.
Wow.
So I hope they do them justice soon.
Because the comics were kick-ass.
They were.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
So how do you fuck that up?
I don't know. But
You see it
they
with
did.
a lot of directors and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it just depends who's directing, who's producing. Yes, the actors do
Right.
matter, but I mean, it's mainly the director and producer. So
He's just
Absolutely.
I kind
an-
of put it on them.
He's
Absolutely.
just an underappreciated character.
Now, I will tell you who's underappreciated sometimes, not always.
Tiny Tim.
Will Ferrell.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I love Will
Will
Ferrell.
Ferrell's never underappreciated.
So tell me, did you know that
Remarkable.
2020 brought us a new Will Ferrell movie?
New Will Ferrell movie.
Yes.
Are you guys going to constantly mess his name up?
Will Ferrell.
There you
Sorry.
go.
It's because I'm not pronunciating.
Oh, yeah. It's the
Starting to
whole
get a little buzzy over here.
All good.
Drugget thing.
All good. What do you
Yeah.
got?
So he did come out with a new movie with Rachel McAdams
Oh,
called
is that-
Eurovision Song Contest: The Story of Fire Saga.
Is that where they're like the singers?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I saw previews for it. I haven't seen it yet, though.
I do remember seeing a commercial for this,
Yeah.
Oh man,
but I completely lost track of
it's
it.
just
Right.
like every Will Ferrell movie. So
I hope so.
Over the
it's-
top and
it's
ridiculous.
over the top, ridiculous, but it's fun and just awesome. So if you liked him in any of the other movies you've seen him in, you will love this movie. It's that kind of humor.
Are
And
they-
basically the whole movie is like, imagine like American Idol, but like in Norway or somewhere like that. And it's him and his girlfriend, I want to say, and they're trying to get on as a duo to this like American Idol show, this song show, and their group name is Fire Saga, and they're basically trying to win it.
Great
But it's like a world thing, so like they're representing Norway, and they're trying to like win because their country's never won before.
Norway.
So it's like a full
Yeah.
featured SNL skit, basically.
Basically,
Okay.
yes, it's like a
Nice.
full featured
Okay.
SNL skit.
Those are the
It's
best
freaking
ones.
awesome,
Right.
man. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
And then
Was that this year?
yes, it
I
was.
thought
It
that
was in
like
2020, man.
last year. No shit, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
2020's been long, man. This COVID-19 thing has made it drag out.
Right.
And then the last one that I have on my faves right now, and then I've got a couple of honorable mentions. And this is one that I actually found earlier this week. I just recently watched, and I really liked it. It's a documentary. So if you're not into documentaries, you might not like it. But it's the documentary of the Beastie Boys. Bless you, by the way.
Go ahead.
So
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, and
Go
it's
easy.
it's an
Go
Apple TV only.
Goddamn
So-
Apple.
But it's cool because it's Mike D and Adam, and it's just them two on a stage. Or
It's current.
yes,
would
it's
be at
not
this
Adam.
more
No,
or not
Adam's
not
dead.
sorry, not Adam. Oh God, other dude.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna block it off right there. So it's the two living members of
Right.
Beastie Boys. It's not Adam
It's the
Yauch.
Beastie Boys, not Adam.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, they did a lot of tribute to Adam there. That's where I was going. I was thinking.
I think I've seen at
Yeah.
least part of this.
And so it's them on a stage,
Right.
basically like explaining the beginning roots of the Beastie Boys and the journey all the way through to the end of kind of how they stopped and when Adam passed.
So Apple TV, their summary of it says Mike Diamond and Adam Horowitz.
Yeah,
That's their real
his
name.
name. His name is Adam Horowitz. I thought his name was
D,
Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not Yauch, not MC8.
Not MCA.
You're right, not MC8.
That's Adam Yauch.
That's Adam Yauch.
Dude, I can never.
so-
I always know Mike D, but I can never remember.
Yeah, I can't
The other
remember.
guy's
I can't
name.
remember his stage name, but I mean, I was using his real name. I thought his name was
What
Adam.
is his
Thank
that's
you.
gonna bug
I'm
me.
glad I was right because I watched it like today even again, and I liked the story. Like I didn't realize that there was women, like girls, like some of their friends that were girls in high school. That one of them was actually their beginning drummer, and as they started to get big, they had to let her go, and they felt really crappy about it, and they were like,
sure.
"This was a shitty way to go to have to like let her like kick her out of the band, basically."
Ad Rock.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Ad Rock and Mike D. Okay.
Yeah. So, if you like the Beastie Boys, if you like that genre, and I like how it kind of walks them through like the creative part of the Beastie Boys too, how they went from like hardcore punk and then they converted over to just listening to nothing but rap, and really it was Run DMC. They were just huge fans of Run DMC, and then how
I love the Beastie Boys.
Yo, me too.
Yeah,
and then how they got screwed over on the License to Ill album. And so they were like, okay, never again are we going to have anybody else. Like,
Merlin says, you're talking rap, I'm out.
Whatever. He likes the Beastie Boys. And then takes them to like the newer albums where they have all the creative control of it. And the new people that they've met that were influences and all that stuff, because it was really cool. I mean, it's not like Bohemian Rhapsody style, like,
right.
But it's informative, and you get to like see members of the band kind of present it, and I thought that was cool.
One documentary that I watched was on the Go-Go's.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was on Showtime, I believe. And it's actually a really good documentary. They didn't talk about all the stuff that I have heard over the years about the Go-Go's, about how they kind of got around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the male groupies and all that stuff. They kind of left that part out, but they did talk about the drugs and all that shit. And they started out as a punk band, like a legit underground punk band.
Yeah.
That's how they all met each other, by going, they're all part of the underground punk scene. They got together and they started playing music, and that's what they did, was punk rock, until one of the members, because they were the first all-female band to win a Grammy that was all-female, played their own instruments, and wrote their own music.
Right.
And they didn't actually get out of the punk scene until they wrote "We Got the Beat." And once they started,
That hit mainstream.
that hit mainstream. That's what made them blow up, and then they just turned into a pop band, basically. But it's a good documentary to see how they came from being hardcore punk rockers into one of the biggest female bands of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
Not many people knew that they were punk, that had this huge punk influence. I think mainly because their lips were sealed.
All right.
Fucking Merlin.
God. And so that takes me into the honorable mentions.
Well played. Well played.
That was well played. All right.
God, why didn't I think of that one? God dang it.
One of my honorable mentions
You were
for
just on
2020
vacation.
is coming at the very end of 2020, and that would be Wonder Woman 1984. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it to come out. I think it's going to be good.
You have HBO Max?
I do.
All right, there you go.
In fact, you all should plan on
Movie
that
night.
being our Christmas movie.
Movie night at Mouse
Okay.
House.
Gotcha.
I think that's exactly where it's
Yep.
going.
Yep.
I think that was my wife's plan too. My wife.
My wife.
My wife.
I hope Doug Benson doesn't talk shit about us.
Whatever, man.
Stealing his stuff.
Hey, we love you.
What are we stealing from him?
Oh, I love Doug. I've
Yeah.
listened to every one of his
It's all
Yeah,
good.
whatever.
Doug Loves Movies podcast, so I think he should be grateful.
Yeah, it's all good.
Fine.
He can bash us if he wants. Also, another one that's coming in the future, and it's in post-production right now. It's actually going to be a 2021 movie, but I think it was originally supposed to be 2020, was Black Widow. That is coming. So 2020 has kind of given us that. They did
I don't
actually...
know if I
Black
can get
Widow's
into that
already
Black
been a-
Widow one.
Black Widow's already a movie with Deborah Winger, 1986.
Wrong.
Different Black Widow. This is a Marvel.
okay.
This is
All right.
Marvel.
Okay.
different.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
This is
Superhero...
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
You could argue that Merlin is more hipster than I am.
You
in
know,
some senses.
I mean, the
No.
apple doesn't fall far from
By,
the tree. You know,
by
what I'm saying?
definition, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Right.
But, I mean, you call me
How
hipster
so?
all the time, and,
You
and
just don't wear
Merlin's
the
over
flannels.
here. Exactly. He
Hey.
doesn't dress the part.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
own one flan.
And he would
pretty
never...
hipster.
And he would never have a man bun.
I wouldn't either. Fuck that.
Not up top.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Not on top.
All right, so...
I'm sure you can make one with your chest hair. or back hair,
right?
right?
That's happening.
He can have a top knot.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, buddy.
yeah,
I don't know if
Hang off. Never mind.
I don't know if I can get behind that Black Widow. I don't know if it's a
You
strong
could
enough.
if you would.
Well,
Anyway.
I mean, it is Scarlett Johansson, but
Right.
I don't know if I could get behind that character. I don't know if they're a strong enough character.
it's just going to depend on how they present it because
Right.
it's supposed to be her and like what happens in between Endgame and like Captain America or something. Like it's her time frame like slid into two of the actual Avengers movies. So
But it does have was his name Hooper from
David-
Stranger Things?
Yeah.
David Harbour.
Yeah.
Right,
David
but
Harbour.
in Stranger Things he played. What was his character? Was it
What's his name? Hopper.
Hopper. Hooper. Fuck. He played basketball apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hopper.
I don't think so.
And that guy's a shit. So
He's great. He's awesome.
he might be
even
worth it
though,
right there.
Even though his Hellboy movie was not awesome.
right.
So I mean, we'll have to wait and see how they actually do with it. But I'm excited to actually see them start running on like the origination stories. I guess if you
The
Yeah,
Loki-
the fringe characters.
Yeah.
Fringe, yeah.
The Loki TV show should be pretty good. They're making him into a TV show where he's time traveling all over the place.
Is it the same Loki?
Yes.
Oh, who
Still
was that?
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston? Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
disappears in Endgame, and
Right.
then they're giving him his own show, and the latest trailer has him as DB Cooper because they never caught DB Cooper.
Oh, right.
So they're
Right.
playing it out to where it was Loki
Oh,
just
nice.
fucking around.
Nice.
So that's kind of the premise they're going with.
I like
all
Loki.
All
I think
these
that's actually kinda
mystery, all these mystery dudes throughout
That's smart.
history are going to turn out to be Loki.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Should
could
be
get behind
good.
that.
Should be good.
So it'll be interesting.
My friend Heather has a dog named Loki, so shout out to Heather.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
nice.
go.
That's a cool dog.
A couple of my last ones of honorable mentions that 2020 gave us animated show Onward, or movie called Onward. It was pretty good. The wife and I watched it, like Halloween kind of focused, and I always like those. And then The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, I did see that one.
Oh, from Handmaid's Tale, right?
Handmaid's
Yes,
Tale.
yeah. Handmaid's
That movie
Tale.
looked pretty good. Was it good?
That movie was
Yes,
pretty good.
Was
it
it?
was good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real creepy, like thriller kind of
It kept your interest for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's no Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Shue, but
Well, this is true.
true.
It's no Hollow Man.
Yeah, no Hollow
but he's
Man,
an invisible man.
but it's
so
good.
Still same thing.
Yeah, it's,
yeah.
it's under the same kind of premise of.
It looked like it
storyline.
was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. And then the movie Way Back with Ben Affleck, for
Ooh,
kind
I don't
of
know if I can get behind that
a
one.
feel good story. I thought it was all right.
Let me tell you why I'm not a fan of Ben Affleck.
Oh, okay.
Because all of his
God.
You don't like his insurance?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah.
Rent time.
Ben Affleck. Because when I was first introduced to Ben Affleck, he played O'Banion in
Yeah.
Dazed and Confused, and he's a
Right.
fucking prick.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Freshman.
then the next time I saw him, he was in Mallrats,
Yeah.
where he played the dude from whatever that men's clothing store.
Oh, yeah. What is it? The Modern Male or...
Oh.
shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. What was that?
Wait, what was the movie?
Mallrats.
All right.
He liked to have sex in uncomfortable positions.
What, like the back of a Volkswagen?
Oh God, nice.
High five to Merlin right there. That was
Well done, well done. I'd give you a high five, but I'm way over there.
Clerks was on the other day. I watched that.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Fucking great movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Arguably Kevin Smith's best.
Yeah.
but Affleck has
I wasn't
changed.
even supposed to be here today.
Affleck has changed.
Oh, I don't know, man. I just shit.
That's just the way
Affleck
you
was a
view him.
bomb in Phantoms, though.
Phantoms?
Yeah.
No, didn't see it.
That's a Jay and Silent Bob reference for you.
Phantoms?
Yeah. Have you not seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yeah.
And they go to Ben Affleck,
Right.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
and he even
God.
him himself said Affleck was a bomb in Phantoms.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, no memory there.
Oh God.
Yeah. So anyway,
I stumped Merlin. I'm proud of that one.
No, I time traveled through that part
Nice.
of the movie.
the movie Way Back,
I'll try and tuck it
the
back.
Way Back is basically him. He becomes an alcoholic, and then he he gets an offer to basically go coach his old alma mater basketball team, and he was like the star of it. And how he has to overcome his alcoholism to make this team good because they're kind of crap, and they used to be like a state program or whatever. It's just one of those feel good inspirational sports
What's it called?
movies. The Way Back.
The Way Back.
Yeah.
All right.
So that would be my last honorable mention.
It's,
I mean, I'm sure I'm missing a ton. There's
If you say
lists
it's
and
good,
lists.
maybe I'll check it out.
It's
pretty good.
Dennis Hopper's backstory from his character in Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. That's a good movie.
That was a good movie. Gene Hackman at his best.
So I might be missing a whole bunch
Yeah.
of stuff because I didn't really like the big lists. I looked at some of them and I was like, no, I just want to kind of go with what I found. Do you guys like? Did you guys find any movies like in 2020?
This year's just been shit for movies. I mean, I see very few movies in the theaters, but I usually see them with you guys, and they're usually the big ones, right? And I always look forward to it and make it an event, so that way it's even more special. And without that movie experience, I'm just not watching many movies. You know, I mean, I'm just out of it. I want the event. I want the whole provenance of going to the theater, paying like $50,000 for some popcorn and a soda I'm not going to drink, and sitting there in the dark, you know, and it's louder than hell. My ears are bleeding, and it's colder than shit, which I love. And it's on this huge fucking screen I can't catch half what's going on because it's huge. But the whole immersive experience is what I love with these blockbuster movies.
Right.
And I find without being able to experience it that way, I don't even want to watch the movie at all. And so I've been watching a lot of like old movies that I love and movies I've already seen on the big screen, and you know,
surprise to you, 2020 did give us some good movies.
Well, yeah, and
I've heard now you got to remember, my wife is like huge into movies, and
you guys watch a lot of movies.
That's why, like, if
you do, yeah.
I mean, you guys know, you come to my living room and you're basically in a fucking movie theater.
If I had a TV your size, then fine. I'm at a theater.
Surround sound, the way it's built. I mean, my house is not very big, but
we did sneak in it. Was 1917 this year?
Oh, yes, it was.
We snuck that into the theaters because we saw it with your boy.
Yeah,
he wanted to go see that.
Ethan wanted to see it.
And so we snuck that one in this year, which is a great movie.
Yes, it was. I missed that one. So good call. Good call.
That is so good. That kid had to have been so tired at the end of that movie. He ran for the whole fucking thing.
Right. I mean, it turns out it wasn't a one-shot movie, but they did a great job making it look like it was.
Right.
Made
to look like still, I mean, Jesus. That was a great movie.
Yes,
it was a good movie.
And we just saw...
And I think it was the last one we saw in theater.
I know it was the last one I saw.
Yeah, me too.
And then we saw Ford versus Ferrari, which I think was out earlier this year. I think it's a 2020 movie, and that was a great movie. I'm not quite sure.
It was actually last year.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was a fantastic movie, but it was 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
2019.
Okay.
Yes.
So
great movie,
we
though.
saw that. That was a phenomenal movie. You got a real... I would have loved to have seen that on the big screen because the way that they shot it, the sense of speed was very present. I mean, I was sitting at our house watching it, and you just felt...
Well, and just
like you were going fast.
The racing segments of that
felt like
fucking
you were
movie.
Going fast.
Oh my god!
And the storyline
so
too,
fucking well.
Like the storyline of how
great.
Ford came into the racing, the big
whole
racing business,
corporate
not little.
entity and the whole
that was
politics of it.
That's what made the movie even that much better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not just because of the speed in the racing, but because of the storyline and how they brought you in.
Yeah.
And I since it's 2019, I don't want to distract too much from it. But it was filmed amazingly, and Matt Damon gave a great performance as Carroll Shelby. His "fuck you" attitude,
very believable Carroll Shelby.
It was great.
Yeah.
And Ken Miles,
Colin
who
Farrell.
was that?
Colin Farrell.
Batman. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Colin
The
Farrell.
American
He was
Psycho.
fantastic. That's probably
American
my
Psycho.
favorite role that I've seen him in.
Aside from American Psycho,
I wasn't hot on American Psycho.
I think he did a great job in that movie.
I would put this above American Psycho, though.
But he did a great job
terms
in that
of
too. Yeah,
his performance. Anyway,
he made
great
you
movie.
believe that he was Ken Miles.
yes,
Yeah, not a 2020. Let's
it's
try
not.
that.
So
Yeah.
I saw it.
I
I saw it in
digress.
2020.
I digress.
You did. You found it in 2020,
There you
so
go.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I also saw
'Cause I
Young
think
Frankenstein.
Because I think
Again.
it was a little bit later in 2019 that movie released.
I think it was. I think it was one of those end of the year films.
Yeah.
August.
And that takes us from movies.
Shut up, Choo Choo.
If you weren't watching a movie, since a movie's like 2 hours long, you were probably watching a bunch of TV shows.
Yes.
So 2020 actually gave us a pretty big group of new shows, like whether it be streaming shows, cable, regular TV shows.
Yeah, there've been a lot.
A whole bunch of new ones, which I was kind of shocked in, right? Of course, we got our seasons of our normal shows, and I didn't bring none of those up. You know, we got normal, regular ones you watch. But I thought there were some really good ones that were new. Unless I'm missing anything on movies.
No, go ahead.
All right.
No.
I didn't watch. I've worked the majority of this year from home
Oh yeah.
so far, and it's pretty much just been all 80s movies that I watch while I'm working. So
It's the greatest generation. of movies,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
there's been, I've probably watched Big Lebowski 4 times
Yeah.
just in the last
yeah.
3 weeks.
Right.
2020's been good for appreciating like all the old stuff that you like.
That's
Because
been
like
mostly what I've been doing.
I don't
yeah.
watch new movies when I'm working from home either because I won't get any work done.
That
Exactly. That's why I put shit on that I've seen 100
Right.
times, and
That
it's
and
not
car
great,
shows.
but there's,
To it, yeah.
but they're still great movies.
I've learned how to repair all kinds of cars. I've been watching a lot of Motor Trend
Yeah.
TV.
There's been some good TV shows. though.
Yes.
Or can you really consider like Netflix and shit like that, like TV shows? I mean, they're just
I think
series.
you can
really.
nowadays.
Yeah,
You can
I
nowadays
guess.
because people watch them just like network TV.
Now my list,
Right.
I just put top shows, right?
Right.
They're still kind of TV. I mean, you're still watching it some shape, form, or fashion or another,
Right.
and it still has episodes. So you could call it TV show if you wanted to, but I just put top shows. Like
Sure.
something you're going to see every week, unless like you're purchasing like the new Discovery and you're going to watch like a whole season and binge it. So my first one of our favorite comedians, came out with a show. And you should know what it is.
The Cabin.
The Cabin.
I fucking
Yes.
love Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer's
The
my
Cabin
dude,
is great.
man.
It
I
is
love Bert Kreischer.
Gotta be one of the top shows that is released in 2020.
I just showed Merlin the first episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
watched it. It was great.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
God.
the whole series is great. Wait till you get to one with Bobby Lee.
Dude, all those
Yes.
guys.
Bobby Lee and Donnell
Bobby
Rollins.
Lee.
Dude,
Yes.
Bobby Lee and Donnell Rollins on there.
He's still
Yeah.
alive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the best episode.
all
of
those guys were super smart in that whole group of friend comedians, right?
How uncomfortable was the one with Kaylee Cuoco and Miss Pat
Oh,
and,
Jesus.
and Joel McHale? Oh, my
giving
God.
Kaylee Cuoco shit
Oh, my
the
God,
whole
dude.
time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I felt so bad for her. Her and Joel McHale just straight up got up and left.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
That
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Dude. But that's a great...
I like her though, man.
So
She's
great.
hot.
Why did Joel
sorry.
McHale
I hope you're
leave?
talking about Kaylee and not
Yes.
Miss Pat. Okay.
Yes, Kaylee.
Like to me, Miss Pat, I was like, okay, that's enough. Just
Yeah.
it's not even really that funny.
She was laying it on thick.
Yeah, but that's a great series.
It is.
Yeah, that show wasn't exactly funny. It was just awkward.
Yeah,
Highly recommend. Highly
yeah,
recommend.
but that's a great show though.
So, and
Definitely check that one out.
And I didn't put this on here because it's more of like a Twitter social media kind of thing. But Your Mama's House, God, who is that does it? Look it up because I'm having trouble remembering.
Have not
the
heard of
name.
it.
Mama's House?
Your mama's house.
I've
Yeah,
heard of
it's
Mama's
wa-
House.
yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Mama's House with Martin
No, no.
Lawrence.
No,
That's
no,
a
no,
movie.
no.
Your mom's
But I
house.
don't know your mom's
It's a comedian that puts on like this.
Tom Segura.
Yes, Tom Segura.
Your Mom's
your
House?
mom's house podcast.
Yes,
A comedy
Your Mom's House
podcast.
podcast,
Oh, okay.
but it's
Yeah.
like a visual kind of podcast, so it could almost be a show. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Tom
It's
Segura.
like a live.
and-
and
It's like,
Christina Pazitsky. his
It's
wife.
like a live
Yeah.
stream,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that thing is
Yeah.
just god,
It's one of my favorite
it's so
podcasts.
good,
Yeah.
so good.
God, you had me confused there for a second. I was like,
sorry, yeah.
But yeah. No, I love Tom. Best
so-
friends with Bert Kreischer, by the way.
Exactly,
Oh.
and that's where I was trying to go with
First
I was just
episode
having
of The
trouble.
Cabin.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Yes,
him and Joey
yes,
Diaz.
right.
yeah.
Him and Joe Diaz.
Joey
So-
Diaz is the most underrated comic in the world right now.
I
Yeah,
agree.
probably.
Yeah, I
Joey
agree with
Diaz
that.
is one of the funniest men alive.
He's pretty funny.
And he does not give a shit about nothing.
Right.
He will say anything and everything and does not
Yeah.
care. But the life that he's lived, he's got the right to say whatever the hell he
Bring it.
wants.
But I appreciated Bert Kreischer taking it out from like that live stream kind of thing,
right.
like social media, and bringing in an actual show.
Yeah.
You know, and
There's
and
got to
making
be
it
another
show-worthy.
season of that show.
There
Oh,
there
there
has
has
to be.
Yeah.
There's only like 5 episodes,
Yeah.
6 episodes.
Yeah,
something
like
that?
6 episodes,
Yeah.
I think. And that show
and they're
is
not very
phenomenal.
long either.
So if you didn't get a chance to watch it so far in 2020, you need to go watch that right now
Yeah.
while you're on your holiday vacation.
Check out the cabin. Yeah.
I will say this is very controversial, but another thing that 2020 has given us, and it's given us reason to debate, so actually interact with each other,
Ooh.
is The Last Dance Season 1.
What?
So
Oh, the Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls
One of the
and Michael
best
Jordan.
documentaries I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
Right. And it's caused a ton of controversy between athletes. I've never seen so many athletes go at each other's throats.
Even if you don't like basketball, you're not
so,
a
yeah.
basketball fan, watch
Yeah.
The Last Dance
Okay.
because it puts a whole new.
Because I saw basketball and I was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for real though, check it out. I saw it when it was on just ESPN. You know, we watch that every week.
Right.
And it was great because they did it uncensored and everything.
Oh, really?
So I grew up as a huge Michael Jordan fan. Everybody that knows me knows this.
Yeah.
I did too.
And I didn't realize, like, I knew Jordan was the biggest shit talker next to Gary Payton in the NBA. But the stuff that he said blew me away.
Oh, really?
Because, you don't really picture your hair, especially when you don't hear him,
stuff that probably wouldn't be allowed nowadays.
Yeah, when you
played himself
talking
to kids and was marketing himself to family friendly. Look at me.
I mean, he's arguably
Have
one
your
of the biggest
kids look at
athletes
me.
of all time.
Right.
Just as in as a presence.
Right.
Right? I mean, he was everywhere.
I mean, he made a movie with Bugs Bunny.
Right, Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Right.
But hearing some of the shit that comes out of his mouth, like, it kind of blew me away because, you never heard him say a swear word ever.
Right.
But he goes off on this show.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I was like, wow, this is weird. But yeah, that's a great documentary.
It definitely makes you take another look at Michael Jordan from a different angle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I care more about basketball at the end.
Well, not basketball.
Oh, okay.
But maybe Michael Jordan.
Oh,
well.
Huh. Maybe less than 2 shits?
You might only give one.
Okay.
Maybe only
Yeah.
one.
Well, it might be
It's
worth
not
it.
for everybody, obviously.
I
But
mean, his shoes are cool.
Only because he was in Space Jam 1.
Right.
There will be a second one.
I
though
love
he will
Porky
not
Pig
be
in that
it.
movie. Porky Pig stole
I think
that.
it's got LeBron James in the second one, doesn't it?
I love Bill Murray in that movie.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, what was your... What was
Isn't
your question?
LeBron James in the new Space Jam?
I think so.
think
That
so.
sounds right.
But yeah,
That's about basketball, too?
yeah.
Oh,
Last Dance was a shit, though. That was a good show.
yeah. So it gave us something to watch.
Yeah.
Another one I want to put out there. I'm a big sci-fi fan. I'm not a huge Trekkie. I like Star Trek.
Are you more than Shane? Because,
I must be.
Shit.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Why you got to bring up
I love
bullshit?
I've read all the Star Wars books and all that. I mean, I like Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. Not a huge Trekkie. I'm like picky and choosy with the shows, but Star Trek Discovery Season 3, which came out in 2020, whole new cast and everything. I really like that.
No,
that
New Discovery is, if you're a Trekkie, then it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And like just some of the pretenses that they give you in the new stuff they give you, like technology wise with the ships and stuff, pretty cool. Yeah, good storyline there. So if you like Star Trek and you're a sci-fi fan, then check that out if you haven't already. But 2020 gave us that. It also gave gamers a really cool show. It's a comedy. And it's actually on Apple TV, so you might not know it.
Damn Apple TV.
Fuck Apple TV.
So the show Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet. If you are a gamer,
Sounds very nerdy.
yes, it
I'm
is
listening.
very. So,
I'm listening.
especially for those of us that play WoW or World of Warcraft,
Right.
this show is
I'm
epically
out.
funny. It's basically about like the designers behind an RPG game
Oh, Jesus.
and like all the just stupid junk that
Look
can
at
go
how
in.
he writes the code.
Like-
I'm in. I'm getting
Like
Apple
all,
TV
like all the
tomorrow.
way down to this,
1-0-0-0.
like all the way down
Oh,
to
use
this,
the
like
fifth zero. And
like
then a 1.
I want to say the first episode starts playing off of like how they're going to use this stupid shovel in the game.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
they don't want it to just dig. It's got to do something else. So they like make it golden and then they can use it as a weapon and it's got special attacks.
Yeah,
and shit.
Chad.
But it's all like geeky gamer, like funny.
So it doesn't sound convincing to me. No offense to your pitch, but I'm not sold.
I'm listening to this.
But I just looked it up. The cast contains Rob McElhenney of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right?
So
He's
this
funny.
isn't like this is like a scripted show. It's not a
Yes, it's
okay.
scripted.
Okay.
Yeah. Danny, I think it's Pooty of Community. Ashley Birch, who does a lot of voice actor
That
work.
Indian guy. You know who he is.
You
Oh,
know who he is.
Aziz?
No,
Aziz
no,
Ansari?
no.
Dan and
No,
Pooty.
this guy.
He's-
Oh, yeah.
he's the other-
Yeah, you know
him.
You know who he is.
You know him.
The cast is actually pretty solid.
The cast
Okay.
looks really solid, actually.
And the cast is what makes this show.
I might watch it just
Yeah.
for the cast.
Can I go back to Star Trek real quick?
Yeah, sure.
So there's how many? There's been like what 5 or 6 Star Trek series, right?
Series? Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Which one? I know you watched Star Trek back in
Yeah.
the day.
Love Star Trek.
I'm more of a Next Generation.
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
I mean, the original Star Trek was good.
The original
But
Star
I'm-
Trek was okay.
I used to love the Next Generation.
I'm very much a next generation
okay.
kind of
Yeah,
person.
I'm a next generation
yeah.
guy.
I mean, it had.
But I do like
Counselor
this.
Deanna Troy for Christ's
But I
sake.
do
Yeah.
like this.
And William
Discovery,
Riker.
though.
Riker slaying the chicks.
Slaying.
He-
Riker slay. His beard slayed.
Jonathan Frakes, who is a great sci-fi director, by the way. He's directed tons of great movies, and he's a super. So he was all in on this deal, right? But he just give that look when you knew it was on. He's
Right.
like slaying the poon,
Right.
right? And he's just sitting back there, just doing his best. Tom Selleck
Right.
is the best way I can put it, and he's getting it. He's like, oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
as cool as Captain Kirk was, William Shatner, Captain Kirk, how fucking cool is Patrick Stewart?
Patrick
He's
Stewart's
got to be
pretty
one of the coolest
Oh,
men
yeah.
alive.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Patrick Stewart's pretty cool.
Jean-Luc
I
Picard
still prefer the overacting
of Shatner.
Of Shatner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I love Scotty. I really love Scotty
Oh, yeah.
down there. And the thing,
Yeah.
just he's always balls to the wall, and
James,
he's always
James
that
Doohan, I believe.
James Doohan, Seattle's own. He's always like just grasping at straws to try and keep everything together, and
Right.
he always pulled it together. And you got the sense of how much he was really struggling to keep this ship going. Right, something that what is his name, Geordie, never really got. He was always very calm and
Geordie LaForge.
right, Mr. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, LeVar
And
Burton.
right, with his spangled.
But that's
clip.
because they changed
visor.
over. Like, if you
And-
look at other positions, they had
if
changes
you can
that were
combine
in
the
positive.
staff, you can make that even a greater Star Trek experience.
Right. Well, they had the movie where they had the crossover between
Right.
the two.
Right, which was awesome.
Right. But if there was any old person I could hang out besides you, it'd probably.
It's all about the beard.
It'd probably be Patrick Stewart or Sean Connery.
They can't beam me up. My fucking
Well, you can't
beard's
hang
too
out
long.
with Sean Connery anymore.
Right.
not Sir Ian McKellen.
Nah, I'd take Patrick Stewart.
I'd take
Patrick
You gotta
Stewart's
shave the
delicious.
beard, Captain.
Well, Patrick Stewart's
Take
got a
Gandalf.
freaking pirate's mouth. I mean, that guy,
Yeah.
he just lets it go. That is
Yeah.
a rough dude.
Yeah. I mean, he played Professor X, for Christ's sakes. I mean,
Well,
he's a man.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
did
man.
nail
I liked
Professor
him.
X,
Yeah.
I liked him.
but he's
Logan.
been,
I thought he was good.
in Logan, yeah.
Logan.
or he's shitting his pants all the
Yeah.
whole fucking movie.
And fucking destroy this whole city because he got some
Freezing.
fucking headache.
Right, because he got a headache.
Yeah, freezing an entire city block.
Yeah.
I like the Next Generation.
Next
That's
Generation.
more my
To me, it
jam.
was the best.
I'm a huge
Star
Scott
Trek
Bakula fan, so I did like the original Discovery.
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap was okay. It was a little campy for me, even at a young age when it was on.
Right.
But
Yeah, it was campy.
Do you remember
Yeah.
Sliders?
oh yeah, I love Sliders.
It was about the same
Sliders
time.
was the freaking best.
Yeah, it was about the same time. Jerry O'Connell,
Mhm.
when we first saw him not being the fat kid from Stand By Me.
Right.
Right.
The
Right.
whole concept of that show was awesome. I love Sliders.
I think it was on right after Quantum Leap, if I remember. Or around
No,
the
it
same
was
time.
on Fox.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Fox cut it, and then it went to Sci-Fi, which was a fledgling basic
Organization,
cable
Yeah.
station. Whatever.
Continues to be.
Right, but it was right when they're starting up. So then they picked up Sliders, and that was their flagship show for.
But
ever.
I think
Right.
I think the Sci-Fi Channel has found its fit now, though.
But
It likes
It's
being
a, it's
that
a niche
backside.
audience.
You know
it's
what
a
I mean?
niche. It's a niche.
Yeah.
yeah, and certain shows are perfect for sci-fi.
Mhm.
You know, The Expanse is a good example of that, and
Mhm.
it's been kicked
Yeah.
around multiple networks. And it
Yeah.
still continues. If you haven't seen The Expanse and you
That's
love
a good one.
sci-fi, you have to see this. I think
Not
it's
a
all on-
2020, but it is good. You should check
It-
it out
the-
if you want to go back in time.
The
Time.
next,
Time.
the final series is set to release in 2021,
Right.
and so you should check that out. I mean, it just goes all over the place, but it gives you a great glimpse of the future. It's well produced. The special effects are just top notch for a TV show. You think you're watching a movie every single time you're watching one of these things.
What was the
That's
show
great.
that Firefly was off of?
Firefly was on
the
Fox.
show. Firefly was the show. Serenity's the movie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Serenity
So
is the
Firefly.
movie.
Right. So that was Fox.
That Fox,
Okay. But it was on Sci-Fi too, though, right?
Sci-Fi
Yeah.
re-aired it.
Re-aired
Yeah,
it,
they
right.
re-aired
It was only on
Because that's
for
where
one
I
season.
remember it from.
And J.J. Abrams, was it
Mm.
J.J.? No, it was
it's
the other guy.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Oh, yeah.
Produced it or directed it, and it was his incarnation, and he filmed all the episodes, and Fox fucked up the order
Oh, shit.
Yep.
of the episodes in which they were
Yep.
supposed to air.
Right.
And so the continuity wasn't there originally, and then the show just kind of ended after one season.
Yeah, it just didn't fit in with everything else that they were showing on Fox at that moment.
Right. And
So they cut
that was a phenomenal show.
I don't know
That
of a show that's had a bigger cult following that only had one season.
that only had one season, right.
Fucking love Firefly.
And there's people that love it to this day, and I can't.
It's so good.
I can't talk shit because I love it too. It's a cowboy western kind of thing, shoot from the hip.
Yeah, it's a
The
really good show.
characters were well written, well acted. The stories were great,
Well, it's got Nathan Fillion in it. For
Yeah.
crying out loud.
Yeah,
And two
he's
dicks.
a badass.
and two dicks
And 2 days.
and Adam Baldwin
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
Bacarian, whatever her name is,
Right.
Oh,
who's gone on to
who was in Deadpool?
Deadpool fame.
I forget her name.
And she was in that Alien
Yeah,
miniseries.
she was. I forget her
as
name.
the supreme
on.
commander of that. Yeah, she's gone on to great things. A lot of the actors have had success above and beyond all of that, and they had one season.
Yeah,
And
Firefly is
That had
one of
such
the
an
biggest
impact.
robberies of humanity.
absolutely.
Morena Baccarin.
From years past, yes. Okay,
From years
so
past.
let's
We're
bring it
getting
back
off
to
topic.
2020.
Anyway.
Mouth is going to start editing us out. so let's
Jesus!
get going here.
All right,
Yeah.
we got to stick in 2020. But this is
I mean, we just talked like 5 minutes on non-2020 stuff.
right.
I mean,
But this is
if you want to go back and
this
revisit
is what we
some
do.
old stuff, yes,
This is what we do.
definitely.
No, but I think this really speaks to how 2020 has been, because I think a lot of people have been stuck in their homes. They haven't been able to go out to movies. They haven't been able to go out to concerts or sporting events. And so they're rediscovering things that maybe they've missed.
Oh, that's
and so
true
they're watching
too,
a
yeah.
lot of reruns. And
I
so
agree with that.
a lot of
Yeah.
the stuff that they may have missed or
Hell, I
they're
did.
flipping through, they've watched through all this stuff.
I've
And
binged The
We're
Walking
giving
Dead.
people a lot of shit to watch that maybe they didn't see before.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I know I've done it. I know a lot of people out there have done it. They're
Right.
like, oh, what was this? Oh, I remember something about this. Let me watch it. And they binge watch it and they're like, that's fantastic.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
How is that not still on the TV?
Right.
Kind
No,
of thing.
I
And I
agree.
think
I
that's
agree, 'cause
kind
I
of the
was a huge
microcosm
fan,
of
too.
2020 is that there's not a lot of new stuff, but it's helping you discover the
Well,
stuff
I'm
you
telling
maybe
you,
missed.
there is a lot of new stuff.
There is, and that's what you're bringing up.
Now's a great time to, if you have kids, and if they're old enough, to watch shit, show them stuff that you loved. Because
Yes.
you can find almost anything out there that you used to watch nowadays.
Yeah.
Sit down with them, and chances are they're probably not going to dig it, and they just want to go back to playing Fortnite. But
Yeah.
Shoot, they're stuck at
Oh,
home
still.
too, man.
I
Most
showed
of them are
Choo-Choo-
doing school from home.
I showed
so-
Choo Choo the other day the cinematic majesty that was Hudson Hawk.
Oh God,
That
Great
is a
movie.
great,
Great
movie from the 80s.
oh yeah,
He totally didn't get it.
I got it. I it's not that I didn't understand it. It's just
I don't think he did.
I did, but not to the extent that you do.
No.
Oh.
Apparently,
That was a great movie.
it was a good movie.
He hates it.
I see why you like it. I just don't agree. Is the only thing.
And so,
All right, let's keep moving.
all right.
Yeah. So a couple other shows that 2020 gave us.
You
that
better
might
have
be
one
worth
on there
checking
that
out.
I'm thinking about, and I'm sure you do.
Uh,
If I know you, I know it's on.
It
there.
is probably on there. So the Queen's Gambit, good. It's a chess related show, but it's actually really well. They did it really well done.
I took a look. I didn't watch it, but I watched a trailer for
Yeah,
it.
the main actress is Anya Taylor-Joy.
I like her.
Yeah, and she was the main reason why I started watching it. My wife found the show, and then I
My
was like,
wife.
"Oh, I like her."
What was it
My
called?
wife. It's
Queen's
the Queen's
Gambit?
Gambit. Yeah,
That's on Netflix, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a Netflix only, and that one is actually really cool. And then Lovecraft Country is another one that I really enjoyed.
I haven't seen. That's on HBO, isn't it?
It is.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard good things.
Now, of course, 2020 also brought us one of the biggest shows that I think everybody has watched.
Documentary.
It is a documentary.
Yeah,
it was
buddy.
actually shot before 2020, but everybody found it in 2020
Because
Netflix
we were stuck at
created
home,
it.
stuck
and we
in
were
the house.
stuck at home.
Yeah, buddy.
And actually, Netflix didn't create it until 2020. It was shot by someone else, and that is Tiger King,
Yeah, buddy.
Murder, Mayhem, and
boy.
Madness.
That's the one I was gonna say.
Oh,
So-
boy.
You know what's funny about that
Got to
show?
leave that to the end.
So
Everything?
my wife
My wife.
was the one that originally got me to start watching. She's like, "We got to check this out. I've been hearing all kinds of things." I was like, I've heard of it,
Right.
and it took me probably 4 episodes before I realized that this is real.
Right.
I was like, this is not real. I was like, there's no way this is real. I was like, this is
Some
is that fucking
scripted up,
David Spade?
like-
That's got to be David Spade.
Right.
This is not real. I think it was probably about the 4th episode. I was like, holy shit, this thing is fucking legit.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah.
That it was so wild.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's almost hard to believe that it was
Right.
real life.
Right.
Yeah. That it actually occurred.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I took it more as a comedy myself.
Yeah. Did you watch that yet, Merlin?
What's that?
Oh,
Did you watch Tiger King?
oh yeah, he's watched it.
No, I have not.
You haven't
haven't
watched.
watched
You
Tiger
haven't
King.
watched that dumpster
we
fire.
gotta watch Tiger King.
No.
And you just got
I
done
heard-
talking about finding all this new
Yeah.
shit. That
You
was
started tomorrow. You started
Dude.
tomorrow.
Yes.
I saw the Ghost Adventures
What?
when they went to
Yes.
the Tiger King
Oh,
I did too.
okay.
Yeah.
thing. I
Right,
saw
right.
that.
Where
Does
they
that
thought
count?
there was dead bodies in
Right,
there. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know,
Turned out not being.
Zach
but-
Baggins is my favorite person on the TV because he
Zach-
overacts the
Dude,
fuck out of everything.
Let me tell you something. So we've watched Ghost Adventures since the beginning.
Yes.
Okay. And Zach Bagans now.
Bagans?
It's Bagans. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It's Zach Bagans.
No.
Just listen to the intro. He says his name.
It's spelled exactly like Bilbo's
I know.
name. So
I know. I know, but it's
Baggins.
just trust me on this one. Okay. It's Zach Bagans.
all right, Hobbit.
If you watch Zach Bagans now from like the last
Hobbit chooch.
4 years or so
Right.
compared to his first ones,
Right.
because our DVR records all the Ghost Adventures, and
Right.
now they're starting to play like 2-hour blocks of older
Right.
ones.
Yes.
So it'll be
Yeah,
two
yeah.
episodes where it still had
Right.
Nick on there, right?
Yeah, you
Right.
can watch a lot of
I
them.
just saw one with Nick. On
Yeah.
there,
And those ones is Zach's overacting like a mofo.
Oh, it was huge.
and,
yeah.
And me and Steph
Where he had
laugh
his
at it
puffy
every
jacket stuffed into his pants.
super baggy pants.
Yeah.
And every single time me and Steph say his overacting is so over the top in these old episodes.
It's ridiculous.
He's not as bad now.
No.
On the newer ones, he's not as
No.
bad. But I will always watch. I love Ghost Adventures. I will watch that
Right.
shit every single
The
time.
entertainment value is there, and they always. It's funny how they always find something.
Right.
Even when these other legitimate ghost chasing shows go in, they're like, we didn't find shit.
Right.
I still
You know,
don't understand
he's
how he
always-
hasn't seen Tiger King.
I know. You got to watch Tiger
What
King.
the
You know,
You need to binge it tomorrow.
well,
Yeah,
I hear that things are a shit show,
They are.
and I steer away from them.
No.
It's
no,
a-
this is not.
seriously.
This is not a bad
yeah.
shit show. This
Oh.
is like
Take this from me. We have similar tastes.
Okay.
Watch Tiger.
I know you stepped
all
out
right.
when we first started talking about it,
Yeah.
but I was saying that
I was
It-
pissing on Jason's lawn.
right,
All right.
which is a
it's a thing.
That's
it's a
what
thing.
you do.
That's
Yeah.
a thing.
regular
It's
thing.
right there.
right.
Yeah.
Hello, six pick six pack. Here you go.
Yeah. Go check out Pick Six
He
Pack
never
on
leaves
Twitch.
his house, so you can piss right on his lawn. He never even knows. Yeah.
But I was telling them that it took me probably 4 episodes before I realized it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh,
that's
it's a
how
real story.
That's how
Yeah.
over the top it is. I thought it was
Yeah.
all
I remember
all
the real
fake.
story when it came out,
Right.
watching
Yeah.
it on the news and stuff, and you're like,
Hearing
yeah,
it,
that's
hearing
pretty
it
fucked up.
from the people is a totally different thing.
Yeah. All right.
It is. It really
Yeah.
is.
like the chick
All right.
that's ground hand that lost her arm. I was
Yeah.
like, that's not no,
Yeah.
no way.
And she came back to work like
And came
not
back
even
to-
a week
Right.
later.
The episode where the dude is sitting. Let me see if I can do this in a way that doesn't destroy.
You're
Where
gonna ruin
someone-
the show for me.
No, it won't. Where someone commits suicide in front of someone
Oh
else.
my
Right.
God.
That junk was nuts. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
the moment where you're like, oh shit, this
Oh.
is real.
like this
Yeah.
is
Like, oh my God.
Jesus.
Now, a warning: they don't actually show him doing
no,
it.
no, no, no.
No.
But
That's
they
all right.
show the security
It's
camera.
it's not in poor taste
where it happened.
But,
Right,
right.
I get
It
it.
happened.
Yeah, it's not in
and
poor
a-
taste.
That's right.
And
a
and
big
I don't
deal.
think well
I got a good
they debate
first-hand
they debate
reimagination.
why it occurred. So they did
Right.
it, they did a very clean job of presenting it, but
Yeah. You can form your own opinion.
like if
about
you
that
didn't
one.
figure out that this was real life and this is some crazy shit by then,
Yeah.
you figured it out right then and there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's but a lot of it's funny. Super
Yeah.
funny. You gotta
Right,
watch
yeah.
it.
If you haven't seen Tiger
Yeah.
King, you gotta check it out.
You gotta check it out.
Merlin.
So
All right.
2020 did give
Okay.
us a
Well,
bunch
all
of
right.
new shit.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. So I know that you guys have been watching a lot of older stuff and catching up on stuff, which I did do a lot of that too myself.
Oh, 2020 was great.
But-
Great for that.
But I think I've been working from home a little more than even you have been. So I've had a lot more time to.
That's a gauntlet thrown down there.
I think I've literally spent 2 weeks or 2 months in the office this whole year.
yeah, I think I'm
Maybe
lucky
3.
if I did that.
Some of us go to the office every day, but
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, but did I miss any movie or shows? Any shows that came out this year that you guys may have jumped on that wasn't necessarily something older?
Mandalorian.
That's
Season 2.
We're in season 2. Yeah,
Season 2.
so
I'm just saying, season 2.
Well,
yeah.
we had
It's worth mentioning.
That's the only reason why I didn't put it in there is because it
Ratcheted
came
or
out last
whatever.
year. Also, I would have put that in there because
Ratchet.
that's one of my favorites.
It's good. It's
Ratchet.
really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ratcheted?
Ratcheted.
Ratcheted,
It's
yeah.
Ratchet,
Off
but
of-
they call it Ratchet.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
doctor.
One flew over the
Yeah.
cuckoo's nest. Yeah,
Yep.
but we talked about that
Yeah,
last episode.
that's right. That was a
That's right.
2020, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good call because we started that as well.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit last episode, but
Yeah, we did.
No, that was
a weird show, but it was pretty
I haven't
good.
seen
Yeah.
it, but I know the backstory of
It's worth the watch.
and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a great movie.
You
Yeah.
nailed that one. You nailed that one.
Wow, even Chooch is getting after you.
I'm gonna start taking the gloves off.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the thing is you kind of made One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest one word. I think that's probably what he's kind of.
Well, I was caught in a thought. I was trying to go
He's also
somewhere
been
else with
drinking for the last 5 hours, so
it. And my favorite team in the world just lost the MLS Cup. So
it's fair.
He's drinking to forget, and it's pouring over.
yeah.
Hey, that happened to me last episode.
So let's hope I don't try and drink to forget you.
Oh shit!
God.
I have a key.
Gonna need 2
Ah,
whiskey glasses.
for
If
now.
I could turn back time.
Oh Jesus!
Uh,
Wow.
share.
Did we go total share on that whole
We did.
thing?
I did. I
God
gave
damn
you
it.
share. Thank you.
Son of
You're
a
welcome.
bitch. How old is that bitch? Fuck.
Oh god,
Hold on.
Cher's
She's
gonna be
like
in her
300
70s
years
at
old?
least.
That's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
segue into
300
music.
years old?
There you go.
That takes us into songs.
No, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. She does not age.
No.
She's always
No.
looked the same since the 60s.
Yeah. Shout out to Cher.
Shout out to Cher. Good for you. I mean,
But
not
do-
my kind of.
I was going to say, do
not
you
my
think
cup
there's
of tea.
any
Okay, guesses.
cosmetology to help with that, though?
Oh, absolutely.
I was gonna say,
100%.
there's got to be some plastic
But it's
stuff in there somewhere.
Whoever
to help with
her
that.
plastic surgeon is or was,
He's a genius.
genius.
Yeah, I
he
agree.
does great work because you can't tell.
Yeah, she
And
doesn't look fake
so
at
much
all. yeah.
plastic surgery in Hollywood is done, and you can be like, "Oh, geez, Renee Zellweger." I didn't think she could.
Well,
look
that's when you're
worse.
trying to change yourself from
Well,
where
she
you
went
originally
completely
were.
changed her face.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
But there's been a few that have been like that,
Like,
right?
right.
Like if
And
you're gonna get a nose job and a
You're
chin
like-
job and some cheekbone jobs, like
Right.
you're gonna look like a
Like
fucking
Mickey
different
Rourke,
person.
You're right.
Like
Mickey
Cher's
Rourke
just
you
like,
can kinda
hey,
forgive
give me
'cause
some
he's
Botox and take out the
boxer.
wrinkles.
Right.
Like, okay,
Right.
gotcha.
Right.
Right. She does whatever she gets
Right.
done is just like makes her look exactly the fucking same.
Exactly.
Right?
Any guesses on her age?
She has got to be
Merlin,
81.
81. Shakes.
Jesus.
I'm gonna say 78.
Okay. Mouth.
75.
She's 74.
Oh,
Nice.
not as old
She's
as I thought.
74.
Wow.
I knew she
Mouth
wasn't
wins.
super
Mouth
old.
wins.
She's a few years older than
Yeah.
you. You should have nailed that.
Yeah. She's a hair shy of fuck you.
Cher, if you want to come on the show, just email us.
Miss Sarkeesian,
We'll keep you
if
away
you,
from Merlin. Don't worry.
Yeah.
here's a little info bomb for you. Yeah, if Miss Sarkeesian wants to come on the show, go ahead.
You can get security if you want.
Yeah,
That's a little
whatever.
shout out. If you haven't listened to the podcast with Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, Two Bears, One Cave,
Oh, dude,
if
that
you,
is awesome.
if you want to check it out, just check out the Jennifer Aniston thing they talk about.
Yes.
And you will probably get a stomachache at least from laughing at this. If anything, at them laughing at themselves.
Right.
Is fucking comedy
Yeah.
gold.
If nothing else. Oh, don't worry. That wasn't nearly as bad as mine.
I'm
Spooge
just
on the
being
table there a
polite.
little bit.
Just
Chooch is
being-
over
the
here.
pub beer got a little excited. I'm sorry.
Foaming,
Yeah.
foaming
Well,
on himself.
You know, segueing into music, this year's top number one songs. I don't know if you guys have been listening to the radio. I mean, I apparently haven't because we perused the number ones this
Me
year,
neither.
and the bands were like, "We don't fucking get it." We
Maybe
don't-
if you're like
never heard of them,
15
couldn't name a song.
and from a different country.
You don't
Right.
know. I mean,
Right.
the biggest thing for me was AC/DC's new album, which sounds
That wasn't
exactly
anywhere
like
on there.
It's still
Sounds just like
AC/DC.
AC/DC.
yeah, it
AC/DC,
sounds like
which is-
AC/DC.
Yeah.
the great thing
Still
about
good,
AC/DC.
but-
They deliver exactly what I want to hear.
Right.
Every time.
It's not like this new
Well, that's because they don't
Offspring
age.
album
They don't change
where
at
you
all.
get a bunch of random shit that you don't want to hear
Right.
because they're bored and they want to get creative. Then you're like,
some
well,
creativity's
you-
okay.
you
some
shit
turns
into
out
a
all right, but
microphone.
some
Good for you.
do not.
Right.
But AC/DC delivers year after year after year. It's the same MO and it's the shit you want to hear and it's always fantastic.
Well, and it's all if you look at any of the lists, all the top 20 or 50 for the most part are like obscure like pop.
Yeah.
It's all like
It's like, who the fuck is this?
right. And I don't even know if we've heard it played on a radio up here yet. Like,
I'm a pretty
this
big
is stuff that hasn't come here.
Well,
Yeah, I'm a
Seattle's
pretty
pretty
big
progressive
music-
town, so I figure we would hear it by now.
Everything seems to start, especially if it's from another country, like a crossover artist.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, and this is just because, like, in my time in the military, when I was active duty, I got to live on the East Coast for a while.
Yeah.
And I noticed that stuff picks up over there first, and then it kind of like goes
Really?
from East to West Coast.
You
Yeah,
think?
It's super crazy.
Huh.
What's
Wow.
funny is because like the Midwest and shit gets stuff last. So
Right.
it starts on the East Coast, then goes to the West Coast,
Goes
and
all
then
the way
works
over.
its way
And
back.
filters back in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but there was some stuff though that I knew, and so like when I talk songs or when I talk albums or bands, newfound bands that I found in 2020 that might be older.
Hopefully not Newfound Glory.
I love
no.
Newfound Glory.
No, it's
Fuck
Old,
yourself.
older Newfound
these are
Glory.
kind of like
whatever.
these are kind of like mine.
Like the ones that didn't exist.
So some people may know. All right. So some people
Just
might
an awkward
know.
stare between us for a second.
For all three of us, I'm like, all right.
I'll
had to
admit
break
I'm
that.
a big fan of the late 90s, early 2000s poppy punk stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
There's some stuff there.
like the newer
right.
stuff towards the end of the pop punk era, I wasn't into that much, but the whole beginning of it, you know, like the original Good Charlotte album,
Yeah.
Newfound Glory, Blink 182,
Yeah,
all
okay.
the new stuff, like when they just first started to sell
Suicide
out.
Machines.
Suicide Machines is good shit, but when they first started to sell out,
Yeah.
was good. But then they
Right.
took it to a place where it just went to trash.
Right.
Like it's like they were just trying to make stuff for
They
the
went
radio.
totally corporate.
Exactly.
yeah, that's
at
what
the
you, what you
beginning
say
of it,
mainstream,
that
right?
cusp.
Handsome Devil, Lit,
Ooh,
you
yeah.
know, SR-71, those real poppy punk
SR-71,
bands that kind of
jeez.
brought.
No, they were good.
It's still punk music, but it's not original punk music, that raw stuff, you know, that we really
Right.
like. But it's what brought punk into the mainstream.
right.
No, I'm with you.
And that kind of stuff I really like a lot.
I was just talking to Merlin the other day about the Offspring.
Yeah.
A person on the radio mentioned the Offspring Christmas song that's out right now. They were like,
Everybody's
you can go
raving about
download
this
it
thing.
and listen to it and all that shit.
What a hunk of
I heard
shit.
that and I said immediately, do not listen to that
Yeah.
song. It is an awful song.
It's like,
Offspring's last album was terrible.
oh, man.
Well, and a lot of the
their
main
One
first
of
two
the
albums
original
was shit.
punk bands, iconic punk band, and they have, I don't know what they have done.
2020 was not
actually.
good for them.
No.
No, it's not good.
Well,
Whatever they're doing is
it's not
good.
just the year 2020. So punk bands that bring themselves into the mainstream are starting to get influenced, and they're being genred as emo. Like
Right.
AFI was a true punk band. A lot of people don't know that. They were original. They were a hardcore punk band. That's what they were when they first came out. The first 3 albums were all punk. Then they went mainstream, like Shigs. I loved the first mainstream album because it was a good mix of both. It was kind of poppy punk, maybe a
That's-
little emo, but
yeah.
it was like beginning of mainstream.
That's
but
usually
then,
when you get their apex.
right, and that was
And then it goes.
December Underground. After that album, AFI went to poop, and now if you look them up,
Right.
they're under emo.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what the
And those
hell?
emo kids do not belong at a punk concert.
No.
I mean, I've
No.
seen it.
It's
No.
two completely
It
different
doesn't work.
genres.
And I'm
so
going to have to
I
ask
think that-
Mouth to watch his language. there.
Those
Keep the poops to yourself.
those kids.
Screw you. All right, so
Those kids cannot hang in.
so I think it's not just the year. I think it's also
Proper
like the way
mosh
that
pit.
music is regenering and redefining what genres are, is screwing punk bands that bring themselves into like the mainstream.
Right.
Yeah.
And it shows that the music industry doesn't understand punk, which is
True.
Right.
perfect for what punk wants to do.
Well, if you,
know?
want to stay true punk,
And so they're
don't try to go mainstream and get on
Right.
the radio
Right.
because you're going to become something different.
And those that
Right.
learn how to play their instruments and learn how to melody and learn how to write songs perfectly, they see the money
Although I want to
presented
say
to them.
there
and
is
they
a song
some
on
take
my
it.
top favorite songs. I think that punk is now starting to, whether it wants to or not, punk as a genre is understanding its role in society now and its voice, and it's actually making it on the radio. I have a song on here in my top favorite songs. This is in no order, but I want to bring it up now because it kind of
Go
fits. So, and this is actually in my honorables, but Touch 'Em More with the song Reminders. It's a pure punk song. It's
Yeah.
a pure punk band. and it's actually on the top 20, which I was kind of amazed by. And a lot of people don't know Touche Amore or whatever.
Nope.
Put the little apostrophes on the E's and make it fancy.
Right.
Whatever. It's a punk song.
That's not very punk.
No, it's not.
Apostrophes are not punk at all.
No.
And I don't even know if this group
Punctuation
was
of any sort.
I don't know if this punk band originates from the U.S. or not.
Does. Los Angeles
There you go.
since 2007.
Which is good because that's kind of the
God
home
damn
of
it.
punk. So they're a newer punk band, obviously, from being as young as
I'm gonna
2007.
go with Olympia,
but-
Washington. But fine, you do you.
But I think it's awesome to see that there's a true punk band with a true punk song on like lists now. It's cool to see.
Hard for them to get legitimate airplay
Right.
in their
Exactly.
legitimate form.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a punk band, you're most likely not gonna make it big unless you go poppy
No,
punk.
because most
Right.
don't
Right.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, radios aren't going to play like old school Sex Pistols or the Clash or
no.
the Ramones. I mean, they may
Right.
play the Ramones because the Ramones
Eh,
are the
Maybe.
fucking Ramones, right?
Right.
But bands like
if you get big enough.
Right. Green Day, their
Ah,
Kurt Punk album, it's all punk.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a punk band. American Idiot.
Well,
that album's not so much punk, but
you-
it's
not at
arguably
all.
their biggest album of all time, right?
You might
No,
hear
a
something
perfect
from
example
Blue
of
Keys.
that is Sleater Kinney.
Okay.
Sleater Kinney. You heard part of one album played on the radio. The rest of their stuff is really raw. It's really punk. It's all girls, just pure punk. And they sold out for 2 songs, I believe, that got airplay just to show that they could do it, right?
Right.
Made some money, and then they went right back into punk.
But you look
Right.
at what Green Day did. They changed their sound, but if you listen to lyrics, they're still a political activist band.
Right.
They're still punk. Like their lyrics are punk.
Their context is still punk.
Right. The context is punk.
Right.
Just the sound is not punk.
Right.
So they redefined what a punk band can do in the mainstream because they didn't bring themselves, they didn't like want to be out there and be like, I'm going to be like as big as Queen,
Right.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't the intent. The intent was to still say what the hell they wanted to say, but make it a sound to where if you're not listening to the lyrics, you're still gonna buy their music.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
It was
I mean?
like Blink 182, their Dude Ranch album, one of my favorite punk albums of all time, right?
Mhm.
But it wasn't until Enema of the State came out where they had
Right.
All the Small Things,
Yeah.
which is not a very punk song, but they made
No.
fun of all the boy bands in the video,
Right.
right? So
Right.
from there,
Which is a
that's
very
where
punk
they just,
thing to do.
Right. Then they just blew up. I love Blink 182.
Sure.
They got great shit. I don't know about
They
any
don't
of their
take
newer
themselves
stuff.
seriously.
Exactly.
Which is the selling point.
Exactly.
Oh, that's just like the Beastie Boys.
And
the Beastie Boys, all that shit was
I have
jokes.
no problem with a band selling out to make money.
No.
I mean, that's what they're
Supposedly
doing it for,
selling
right?
out.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You do you,
yeah,
boo-boo.
quote unquote
Go
sell
get,
out.
Go
you
get
know?
your money, man.
I mean,
Right.
take Smash Mouth for an example. I know we've talked about this
Oh, geez.
before.
Yeah.
Their first album, Fushu Meng,
Yeah.
is all punk music.
And it's
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Mhm.
But it wasn't until their second album
of
where
their
they
stuff
made
is
All Star that was in
trash.
Shrek,
Yeah.
and they went to total garbage.
Right.
But they
But their
also
first album
they're
is the
making
shit.
money.
Right.
They're making so much
Exactly.
more money selling trash.
But they
Off
also-
of that one song.
But they also changed their context, right?
oh, they
Like
changed
if-
everything.
Yeah.
Their
Right.
sound is
Yeah.
completely
right.
different.
And the lyrics.
But I
right?
love their first
I
album.
think I saw them on an insurance commercial.
There's a good chance.
Lately.
There's a good
Yeah.
chance Smash Mouth is not writing its own lyrics anymore. I will
That's-
admit that.
yeah, that
You know
could
what
be
I
true.
mean? Like,
There's a
when
good chance nobody gives a fuck.
you're
Yeah.
you're only in it for the money at the point where you're like, you tell me how you want me to sound. You write the lyrics and give them to me, or you go find a writer that wrote a good song, give them to me.
Right.
I'm just gonna put it all together as a
Right.
band. At that point, then you've gone completely mainstream, and you are now kind of a sellout.
You're
but
basically
you know what?
a boy band.
But you know what?
Right.
You do you because you're making more money
Well,
than me.
right.
You can't fault somebody for making money.
You know,
if
I
you
might
make
not
money,
listen
that's
to
fine.
you anymore,
Right.
but there
Exactly.
will be
Yeah.
people that will.
Good for you
Yeah.
for making
Right.
money. And I
Good for
can't
you,
fault you for doing that because I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
if you look in the dictionary under sellout, it's got Smash Mouth there.
Oh, right.
I mean, I don't know of any band that sold out more than Smash
Well,
Mouth.
you know,
That's
Real
true.
Big Fish would be there because they actually.
Well, I mean, they made a
Yeah,
song,
they
but
had-
Right.
they stuck to their same.
They didn't sell out,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
And that's the irony.
Exactly.
So
So
We've
little
kinda-
It's a song about them not selling out.
Right. But like he says, you can't sell fast food all my life. So I
Right.
mean,
right.
true.
A quick little anecdote about Smash Mouth. I used to live in Fort Collins, Colorado, where Smash Mouth was playing at a festival, literally 3 blocks from my house, and I decided not to go.
Oh,
but apparently,
probably a good choice.
yeah, I thought so.
Right.
But it ended up making internet history as everybody in the crowd was very unhappy about
Is that
Smash
the one where they're
Mouth
throwing
being
like
on
bread
it.
or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was
Jesus,
a booth
that's right.
giving away free loaves of bread. It was a charity booth giving away free loaves of bread, and everyone went over and grabbed bread and started lobbing it at Smash Mouth, warranting the lead singer, I forget his name, to cuss the audience out.
Well,
for
I mean,
throwing
don't
bread
suck
at
and they
him.
won't throw shit at you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I just
Well.
kick myself every other day or so for not having gone to that concert.
And throwing
Just
bread.
throw bread. I
I
threw
was
bread at
literally,
Smash Mouth.
yes, I could have,
Right.
but no, I was being a lazy asshole 2 minutes down the road.
Yeah. Fucking millennials.
You could probably hear him from your apartment.
I could.
That
Yes.
that probably is a good segue to take us into what 2020 has given us that has been kind of good.
You know, I got to be honest. I consider myself quite a music buff. I usually know what's hip and popular and all that shit. Looking at a list of the top songs of this year, I don't know any of them.
Yeah,
I know
it's
one.
Pretty crappy.
No.
I know none of them. I've heard of a song that's
I've
been on there, and I do not care to hear it.
So
Because
we're not going to talk. We're not going to talk lists.
No.
We're
Okay.
going to talk
No.
our favorites.
Just your
Yeah,
Because fuck those lists.
those lists are insane.
If you're listening to this podcast, you don't give a shit about those lists either.
But there's
So,
a list coming up because there's always one.
there is always a list,
List.
which is okay.
Oh, you have a list, right?
I do have a
He
list.
does have a
Jesus.
list.
Of course I have a list.
Jesus Christ.
But
All
we're
right.
going to talk our top favorite songs. So
Fuck.
I'm going to tell you that the number one song on most every list is actually the number one song on my list for this year.
Can I guess?
Sure, go right ahead.
I hear your kisses on my list.
Touche, Hall and Oates.
All right.
I can't go for that. Don't take my line. Don't take my line.
God, you just took my line. I was about to say it. Shit.
Nice.
I can't go for that.
Man eater.
Is
Damn
it Blinding Lights?
Yes, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.
It's a good song, man.
man,
Little
it's
a good
ELO?
song.
Oh, no.
that-
The Weeknd. Gotcha.
That song.
Blinded
Not
by
Blinded by the Light.
Okay,
Man
gotcha.
for Man.
No,
All right.
no, Blinding
What's a-
Lights.
Blinding Lights.
So
Blinding Light by
Yeah.
The Weeknd.
By The
so
Weeknd. It's a good song.
The cool thing about that song is The Weeknd is a huge R&B artist. I like his
Right.
stuff
No,
anyway.
not during the week.
He's probably one of the only R&B artists
Monday through Friday.
of the current time that I actually enjoy, right? And I'm huge into R&B. Most R&B artists nowadays, I don't like their whatever.
It's got kind of an 80s feel to it,
It
doesn't
does.
Yeah.
That's why I like it
Oh,
so
really?
much. It's got an 80s kind
I
of
haven't heard
weird feel. And it's very kind of electronic too.
Since we can't play it on here, I'll play it for you after.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Because you have to hear it. I think you'd actually
All right.
appreciate it.
I've been deep into my Black Crowes anthology. So,
Okay. Yeah.
you know,
So,
it's a whole.
so the
Go down
Weeknd,
into-
Blinding Lights has definitely been my favorite.
Hershey talks to angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are some other ones.
Hard to handle, though.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Hard to
This
handle.
is a newfound band of mine from this year as well. Unleash the Archers. I just found them
Oh,
through
okay.
Shig.
I fucking love Unleashed.
I
Yeah,
love
they're
Unleash
good.
the Archers. They are a power metal band. We've talked
Are they
about them before.
2020?
They gave us a 2020 album.
Nice.
So it's actually one of my favorite albums, but they also gave us the song Abyss on this album.
That's a good song.
And
Oh,
that
yeah.
song is
They've had
that was-
they put out like 2 or 3 songs off that album, and
Yes.
they're all kick ass.
yes,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
That was
three
2020, huh?
three
All
single
right.
EPs off that album. All 3 are huge with power metal band lovers. I love all 3 of them. That album is one of my favorite albums of 2020.
I think so. Like when I'm working, I usually have YouTube just playing, and it'll always do
Right.
the recommended, or it'll do what's up next and stuff. And Unleash the Archers Awakening, even though that song's from
Yeah.
a couple years ago, it always pops up. I've probably listened to that song more times this year than any song
Oh, really?
out the whole year.
Yeah, if you
And
liked,
I love it every time.
if you liked 80s metal, then you will love power metal, obviously.
Oh, sure.
And Unleash the Archers is one of the best power metal bands, in my
Oh,
opinion.
they're
hands
perfect
down.
for your 80s hair metals fan.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have the
Oh, yeah.
high-pitched, solos. And
Well, it's got a
the
female
crescendos
lead
and
singer,
things,
man.
and
Like,
they got the
Britney
power
Slays
chords.
can
Yeah.
fucking blow,
And-
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is
And we've talked about Britney in the super
all
bands,
about
even.
the 80s hair metal.
Yeah,
They just take it up a notch.
yeah. Even if you're not a big fan of power metal, their power metal is a little more mellow.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, there's.
I mean, it's still definitely power metal.
Yeah.
But they're not they're from Canada, right? So most power metal bands are from,
like Sweden.
They're like Norwegian bands, right?
Like Denmark.
40% off, sure.
And they're just
Canada.
just north of us. They're from, I think, Vancouver or something like
Yeah,
that. So
probably.
they're just a couple miles, away from us. But they're so fluid and clean.
They are very clean.
And you can sing along with it. If you haven't heard Unleash the Archers, check them out.
Yeah. So that brings me to two things, because I'm giving you one of my newfound bands that I found in 2020, even though they're a little older. They're not super old band. They haven't been around for that long. But I found this band, and then they gave us an album, and they gave me one of my favorite songs. So there's also a song called Roses by St. John, and it's and specifically there's a specific remix of that came out in 2020 that I really liked, and that was the Imanbek remix. This is like electronic kind of house. I know you guys aren't really into that.
Nope.
So if you like that kind of stuff, then that's a song that came out that everybody enjoyed. That is actually on like the top 20, I think, as well. I do like some country. Like I've said before, I'm super eclectic when it comes to music. I listen to a lot.
I'm right there with you.
So Chris Stapleton gave us a song called Starting Over this year. I really like that song. Kind of felt like that song Starting Over was perfect for the end of 2020. Kind of like we're kind of restarting back into a new year with the vaccine coming out and new things coming. Just kind of a starting over for all of us. So
I'm a big fan of Luke Combs.
Yeah.
I know
like
not all
Luke.
of his stuff is from this year, but Luke
Country
Combs,
singer?
he is a country
Yeah.
singer. Yeah, Luke Combs is badass.
Is he?
I mean, he's a big country boy.
He
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
the epitome of a big country boy.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
every one of his songs
Is
are
he
good.
like Toby Keith, Big Country Boy?
bigger?
Oh, wow.
Bigger.
Yeah. He's
All right, that's
bigger.
saying something.
Yeah. Luke Combs is badass.
Chris Stapleton's not small either. I mean,
no,
he's
Chris
he's a bigger
Stapleton.
dude, but
He's fucking voice of an angel. That guy.
he does, man.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to country,
Tennessee
he's
Whiskey.
like,
I know you've heard that song.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah.
not the
yeah.
original George Jones, but the
Right.
newer
the
version.
newer
Okay.
version.
That's
That's
Chris
Chris
Stapleton.
Stapleton. Yeah.
All right. George Jones.
Yeah.
You don't get better than that.
So I like Chris Stapleton has kind of an old timey sound to him too.
He does.
It's like a cross between like newer country and older country.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And-
I don't
and I kinda
listen
like
to a lot
that.
of country.
I know you listen to country though.
I like old country.
old country, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you would enjoy him. I mean, you
a lot
like
of my
Tennessee
heroes
Whiskey,
died
right?
this year. Joe Diffie died this year.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Rest in
Deep
peace, Joe
cut.
Diffie.
No shit.
That's a bummer.
He's one of my faves. Anyway.
For those that like some rap, one of the
Nope.
songs that came out this year, yeah, I know, like Father Like Son, whatever. Shane will be on it with me.
Okay.
DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch gave us the song Rockstar this year. I really like it.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge DaBaby fan. I don't like a lot of new artists. But
I don't
that
like
song,
a lot of new rap at all.
that song was a song that I appreciated this year.
Kick the baby. Like that? Like that? No.
Well,
Not
I
the
got it
mama.
wrong?
Not the mama.
Okay.
Going to the dinosaurs.
Like, all right.
that song is okay. It plays at work a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one that I dislike the least.
Right. I mean,
So, it's
he's
alright.
got an okay flow in that song. I don't like a lot of flow or rhythms or rhymes or
I like flow. It's okay.
bars from
the-
new artists. I don't like the way they
Concerns.
sound.
I have to get this off my mind. The guitar riff in that song reminds me of Party Like a Rock Star.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It sounds exactly like Party Like a Rock Star. It drives me crazy every time I hear it.
Yeah.
Speaking of dinosaurs, you're talking about the TV show Dinosaurs, right?
What?
Kick
No,
the baby.
was not.
No.
No.
Kick
But-
the baby.
I
Kicked
turned it
baby.
into I turned it into that.
Yeah, he
Right.
turned it into that.
Talk to mouth.
But that's
about
from the
that.
TV show Dinosaurs, right?
No, it's
I don't know.
from South Park.
South Park. Yeah.
Ike.
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 Kick the baby.
brother. Kick the baby.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I just took it to
Jesus
an early
Christ.
90s show.
And he went to
Okay, I
That-
heard somebody say
Dinosaurs.
dinosaur, so I thought that's what you were talking about. But if you
No.
just go on YouTube and look up Dinosaurs Notorious B.I.G. remix, dude, it is dope. Somebody took Hypnotize, the Biggie song,
Oh, yeah.
and made it so it looks like the TV show Dinosaurs.
Oh, Jesus.
Like they're doing that. The
Oh,
dude,
I've
it is
seen
awesome.
this.
It
I've
is
seen
awesome.
this. It is perfect.
Oh, somebody's got
Yes.
way too much time on their hands,
Yes.
but they are.
Dude, I'm
a
going to check
hero.
that out now, man.
They are a hero in my mind, dude. It is awesome.
I'm going to check that out.
Was not was.
Walk the dinosaur. Right?
I'll give you my honorable before I give you my last one.
97.
So my honorable mention is definitely Touch 'Em More with Reminders. Punk band, finally a punk band to break out and give you a real punk song that makes the top 20. I've only heard the song a couple times. I really like the song. The lyrics fit for this year. Kind of like gives it this whole song is about talking about like reminders of past. And I think it fit for this year too, which was crazy for a punk band. I was like, wow. And like great timing on you. So good job. But my last one is another newfound group that I found this year through Shig. Again, gave us an album in 2020 and gave me one of my favorite covers of a metal song.
Yeah.
It's a metal cover of a metal song, but it's done differently. So the group is The Who. It's a Mongolian metal band.
Yep.
They spell it different for
H-U.
copyright reasons.
H-U.
Yeah.
The
Not
Who,
originality.
H-U.
Yeah.
And they play...
I've heard The Who.
They play traditional Mongolian
They're not The Who.
instruments in their band, but they did a cover of Sad But True by Metallica. And if you haven't heard the cover, it's on the 2020 album, and it's awesome. And the 2020 album is full of all their best like hits and some new songs. And dude, this group is super cool.
Okay, let me tell you. So I'm a huge fan of the Who, the Mongolian Who.
Right.
Ew.
I did not know that they did a cover of Sad But True.
Yes.
So I've got to check this out.
Yes.
But the thing about the Who, they're Mongolian, right? So they don't sing in English. I mean, they
right.
barely speak it.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because you know that music is universal. It doesn't matter what language it's in. If it kicks ass, it kicks ass.
Right.
And they certainly kick ass. But they do have versions of their songs with American artists in it.
Yes.
So
Right.
like the very first time I heard the Who, I think it was either last year or the end of 2018, and they have a song called Wolf Totem. And I found that song, I was like, dude, this is the shit. And I even had my wife listen to it, and she's not into metal music at all. She's like, dude, that sounds pretty cool, right? But then there's a new movie coming out called The Retaliators. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's supposed to be out this year. But they do a version of that song on the soundtrack, but it's got Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. So,
right.
So he's doing it in English, and they also do their Mongolian in it. And they also have songs with the lead singer from Ashes to New.
Holy bourbon
does
bottle.
a song on there. They have a song with Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm.
Yep.
They're just badass. If you've never heard the Who, check them out. They're badass, and I'm definitely going to check out Sad But True because I did not know they didn't cover that.
Yeah, not in English, all in Mongolian, but super pimp, man.
Like Mouse said, they all use traditional like Mongolian instruments,
Right.
but
No, they're great.
they kick ass.
Yeah.
They do.
If you
They
like
kick
your
ass.
power metal.
Yeah, and it's not even really power
it's
metal.
Not power
though.
metal.
It's
like
just metal.
it's like
It's
it's
just like
metal.
hard rock. It's
Yeah,
like
I
a
guess.
hard rock.
Yeah,
But it's very rhythmic, and it's almost like a trance-inducing kind of
yeah, it's
Kinda.
weird.
way that they
Makes
play.
you want to beat the shit out of somebody.
They do. Oh my god, they do.
It definitely
It does,
has that
right?
feel of like.
If I want to beat the shit out of somebody, I'm turning on the Who.
well, in Mongolian,
Either one.
In like Mongolian, like in language, it almost feels like you're getting ready to go to battle, and they're playing a
Well, they pretty much were all the time.
war pre-battle song, man. Like just with the lyrics and the way that they sound, and it's all low and grindy, and then the
They're
way the
between
music's
China and
going.
Russia, so
and
you're
it's
fighting
like,
all the time.
It's
They gotta be
Mongolian throat
badasses,
music.
right?
Yeah, it's Mongolian throat music. Yeah, and
It's
it's
the one place China and Russia
So good.
never went into. And it's a
Yeah.
little sliver of a country. They're like, no, we're not fucking with those guys.
Right.
so for
It's
me,
not very big.
like that was my 2020 in
You
music
got to be a badass if people are like, nah.
because it was either like,
It's like the Swiss,
I found some new stuff. I
We're
found
marching through around these guys.
I kind of I guess I really did find power metal through you, shit.
want-
Right.
This year as a
Fuck
whole.
with those
So
guys.
power metal as a genre is kind of new to me anyway. So I found a lot of new stuff. Like Merlin was saying, in the early parts of 2020, when I'm listening to music, because I wasn't always watching TV while I was working, sometimes I just throw on Spotify or something and I just let it play. And then once it played through something, it finds like items and then it just goes crazy. Kind of like YouTube does. It just gives you recommended stuff.
Right.
I would just let it go. And a lot of it was just older stuff. It was stuff that I liked from... I just pick my genre, man. Either I'm listening to 80s music one day, maybe 90s rock, maybe some classic hip hop, which would take me anywhere from like 80s to early 90s. So I'm listening to Grandmaster Flash, but then I was able to find some new stuff in the 2020 year.
Shit.
So that for me, if we're talking 2020 and review with new stuff, those were my items.
I a little bit more.
All right.
Go ahead and put a little bit more in
I'm
there.
going to top them off with a little bourbon here.
Party time.
Sorry, we're extracurricular activities.
I didn't listen to a lot of power metal before this year.
Yeah.
So
So you kind of found power metal in 2022.
yeah, like in the
huh?
beginning of the year, because I used to share an office with this dude, and I came in one morning, like I totally didn't expect him to be listening to this. He probably doesn't listen anyway, but if he does, shout out to Josh. But
no, he does not listen.
No, but I heard Dragon Force.
Oh, yeah.
He was listening to Dragon
man.
Force Through the Fire and the Flames. I was
I
like,
love Dragon Force.
are you listening to fucking power metal over there? Excuse me. He's like, yeah, it's Dragon Force. I was like, no, I know what it is. I just can't believe you're listening to it.
Jesus
and,
would not be pleased.
Right. And so I was like, shit, I totally forgot about that
Yeah,
song.
you got to know, Josh.
So then I decided to create, because I have a shitload of playlists on my Spotify. So I was like, I'll just make
Kudos.
a power metal
Kudos to Josh.
playlist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just make a power metal playlist.
Yeah.
And, Spotify will give you recommendations based on whatever songs you're putting on this playlist.
Right.
And so, I kind of just had a couple songs on there that I knew. And so I went onto YouTube and, I was watching the video. Of course, you listen to that, it's going to start giving you recommendations and that kind of genre. And then it just opened up the
whole new one. Yeah.
For me personally, 2020 has been the year of power metal. I found so many power metal bands.
Yeah, man.
And kick-ass songs that I love that I've listened. That's probably what I've listened to the most so far this year. Unleash the Archers is one of them. I'm with Mouth on that one. Unleash the Archers is the shit.
Oh, you did introduce me to another that you said you found this year, though. What one was that?
My favorite so far this year has been Nano War of Steel.
That's right.
And if you haven't heard Nano War of Steel, they're a Norwegian power metal band. I mean, their songs are in English, but it's kind of broken English a little bit.
Right.
So it's a little bit off. But they're not just a power metal band. They're fucking hilarious. So if you know who Steel Panther is, which is an American metal band, rock band, that most of their shit are like
80s hair
parody.
band, yeah.
Yeah, but they're like parody songs, right?
Right. Yeah, joke, yeah.
Yeah, Nano War of Steel is basically a Norwegian power metal version of Steel Panther.
Oh, nice.
So all their songs are like funny joke songs, but they all kick ass.
What's that one with didn't they do one on like IKEA or something?
Yes. Val Hallelujah.
Yeah, Val Hallelujah.
Val Hallelujah
yeah.
is
all about
it's
IKEA.
kind of an ode to the Norwegian god Odin
That's right.
and IKEA.
And IKEA,
And IKEA. The video's hilarious.
which is the main furniture
Export
organization
of-
out of Norway. Yeah.
Norway, yeah. The video's hilarious. The song is funny. It kicks ass. They also have a new song called Uranus,
Yes.
which is also hilarious, but also kicks ass and actually features Michael Starr, who is the lead singer
Ooh,
of Steel Panther.
Steel Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if those guys go on tour together in 2021,
Ooh.
count me in.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going.
But bands that I really want to see. So hopefully we get back to concerts next year.
Oh, we
I
will.
hope
We
so.
have to.
Because I know we've already got coming up the stadium tour with
Yes.
Yeah.
Motley Crue and
Next
Def Leppard.
September.
We've already got
Yeah.
tickets for that shit, so we're set for
coming.
that.
We're good.
But I want to see The Who,
The Who, yep.
even though I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I still
don't
want to
care.
see them. I want to see Unleash the Archers.
Yes.
I want to see Nano War Steel if they come over here.
Hell yeah.
Napalm Records is a huge power metal.
Oh, they own all the power metal bands.
Just about, yeah. There's like two major power metal labels, but Napalm Records to me has the best. I mean, just for me personally. You
Yeah.
can just go to their YouTube page and check out all kinds of kick-ass shit on there, and it's fun.
It sounds radioactive.
It is, and they've
It
got.
is. Imagine
their-
that, you
Their
dragon.
their merchandise is super cool. Like every power metal band, like their shirts and stuff, they look so.
It's like
cool.
80s metal band.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's like
Shirts.
buying like an Iron Maiden T-shirt.
Nice.
They're all production value.
Fuck me.
What are you doing over there?
In the
Why?
gotas.
Are you Richard Pryor over there?
I did not set myself on fire.
Yeah, you're trying.
Ooh, careful.
Trying real hard.
Christ.
Jeez.
All right.
Fuck.
His shoes.
So, I've got I've got a couple other things for 2020 in review. I did some top video games, and I also gave you who won sports championships in 2020.
Let's do it.
All right.
Far
away.
What did you have there, Merlin? Did you
Oh, you just have dead people.
Is it
Oh,
somber?
that's
We'll
it.
save that for
Oh,
later.
Jesus! All right.
We'll do the in memoriam
Yeah,
at the end.
let's do in memoriam in the end because there has been a lot of that. So
There's
Rip section.
more than I could write down, so I paraphrase.
yeah. There was a
People
whole bunch.
maybe
this year.
you do or don't care about.
So if you're a gamer, you've probably had a lot of time to play video games.
more than enough.
With this year. I know I have, even though I've been super busy at work and I've been working on my weekends and stuff.
You know, everybody's working for the weekend.
I've still
Only us lover
Working
boys.
for the weekend.
Only the lover boys.
Yeah, which is us. So yeah, I haven't played all the video games that I've downloaded, but this year was really good for video games, amazingly. After looking it up, I was like, there's been some really kick-ass video games that have come out this year.
For the most part.
So
there's been a
I
few,
kind of gave you, I didn't give you the whole entire top list because there was a bunch of kids games that were like Nintendo Switch
Nobody
only
cares.
that adults don't
Yeah.
play.
No one
Let's
I didn't play
bounce
those.
dots around.
But I gave you kind of my biggest. The first one of 2020 that I got into was The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Just one video game of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. And I will tell you, the first one was awesome.
Yeah.
First one was phenomenal. Yeah. it
But
was
to get
great.
the second one to drop so early in 2020 gave me so much more time to play it. The storyline is so epic in that game.
It's great.
And it held true to the first game so well. Gameplay, everything,
I
the
watched you guys
storyline.
play it. I haven't played it myself yet,
Yeah.
but I've watched you guys play it.
Yeah,
It's
for those that don't know, it's
exquisite.
a zombie apocalypse game.
Right.
No
Right.
glitches. It moves smooth.
Right.
The cutscenes make sense.
Oh, man, the cinematics are
Yep.
awesome in that movie.
Takes place in Seattle.
It does,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Almost
Especially
like a
for
real
those of
life
us
Seattle
locally.
because it's ruined.
Oh, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
right.
getting there.
Ruined.
Yeah.
Ruined.
Ruined.
Some other ones that came out.
is on fire.
I'll try to kind of give
Sorry,
it to
Alicia.
you in chronological order. You had Call of Duty Warzone, which was huge for Call of Duty, right? It was their
I
competition.
wasn't a
to-
big fan because I
Sure.
sucked. I
It's
sucked real bad.
every Call of Duty you played before this.
Right.
Yeah.
The only difference is it's a battle royale, so it's
Yeah.
A 1
it's
to
the
10
answer to
death.
Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's Call of Duty.
Call of
version
Duty's
Fortnite.
answer.
Yeah.
So
Stupid.
I'm not much into Fortnite or the battle royales myself, but I know that they
They're
were
hard.
huge. I don't like sitting around. That's just me.
I got a job.
I don't want to die early and then
Got a
watch
life.
50 minutes of people battling
Yeah.
each other
I don't
out.
like parachuting out of a plane just to get shot in the air and
Right.
fucking end my time.
Right,
Fair.
right.
Some
So-
10-year-old kid who can't read still.
but it was good. It wasn't very glitchy. It was the same thing you would expect out of Call of Duty, and
Yeah.
it was a battle royale game. So
All right.
the
They got to
next
make
one,
their monies.
the next one would be another Call of Duty game, Black Ops Cold War.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad. I played the beta for that. It was actually not bad.
Yeah.
The beta
Took me back
was
to Black
bad.
Ops days.
Right.
I'm liking
Is
the
that what we were
campaign.
playing?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm liking the campaign a lot. Playing the single player campaign. The president is Reagan during the Cold War.
The actor?
Yes,
No, the president.
and the president.
Calm down, Doc
It was
Brown.
both.
I'm going to stop that.
and I'll tell you what, man. Like they made Reagan look like Reagan in the
Yeah.
video game. I mean,
Right.
everything looks very historically accurate, and the storyline
I think it
is
was, but-
super good.
I didn't
you,
play
game
the
reviewer.
full game. I didn't play the full game.
I'm
The
getting.
beta was pretty badass.
I'm coming
Yeah.
for you. you son of a
I
bitch.
haven't finished the campaign, but I'll let you know how it is when I do. So that was a cool one. Also, they gave you the Ghost of Tsushima. Oh man,
Tsushima.
I'm freaking murdering
Tsushima?
that.
Tsushima.
Shushima.
Yeah,
Shushima. Shushima.
yeah. I apologize.
Who's saying it right? I don't know who's
I
saying
don't
it right.
know.
We're all saying it different.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm murdering it, and I apologize in
It's
advance
Tsushima.
for that.
Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Yeah, but the game itself, the developers, it's a great developer. It's a samurai game, open world. I've downloaded it. I haven't played it yet because there were so many games that came out this year that I have like 4 games that I haven't touched.
Yeah.
There's that.
It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. The graphics are freaking great. The gameplay looks good off of all the streaming I've seen. So they've also given you 2020 has given you Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I am playing that right now. It is
Is it good?
awesome.
Yeah.
It's not like any other Assassin's Creed game
That's
you've
good.
played. Like it starts out where you're not playing like an assassin. You're playing like a Viking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
I have a
It's-
hard time with Assassin's Creed games.
I do too.
They're too slow for me.
yeah. This game, you can go as fast or slow as you want to, and I'm burning through stuff like it's mad. I'm raiding everywhere
Yeah.
I go. I'm pillaging and stealing shit, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So
Either you love or you hate those games, right?
I'm a big fan of the franchise
I know
anyway.
Mouth has always been a big fan of
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
But I do admit I like not being a member of the Assassins in the beginning of the game, not knowing like I'm just a Viking,
Yeah.
and playing as a Viking and being able to just go raid, destroy,
Do whatever
and
you
do
want.
whatever the hell I want. So that is pretty cool. But I do like how they're slowly like introducing the Assassin's Brotherhood into like the game
you're
itself.
slowly recruited as you go along.
So pretty cool. I do play World of Warcraft as well. Shadowlands, the expansion
Nerd.
dropped this year. Yep, I'm a geek.
Mouth and shakes.
Geeking out.
Yep.
So 2020 has given us Shadowlands, and Shadowlands so far has been a pretty cool expansion.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like how they kind of changed things back, ticked it back a bit when it talked levels and like damage and how those things work. So to the original.
I have a coworker that's just gushing about World of Warcraft right now, the latest expansion.
Yeah.
Does he sit in the corner and jack off during break time?
It's a she and no.
Oh,
I mean,
well, either way, they can do. I mean,
those of us that play WoW, we
it's not exclusive to men.
I know, but she doesn't.
Oh,
don't-
okay.
Yeah.
those of us that play WoW don't necessarily always gush about WoW. It's not always the greatest thing on the face of the planet. It's got a lot of problems. It's had a lot of problems throughout years, but Shadowlands so far as an expansion has been good.
It's been pretty good.
Yeah, so
World of Warcraft was always one I wished I had gotten into.
Really?
Never did. Yeah,
Still
the
time.
interest was there.
I don't
I
miss
just
it.
never did.
I was gonna say I came in late, so like
You could play for free now up to like level 20.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a PC that can run shit.
I think you get a free
I came in my
30-sided
like-
dice.
I came in my late 20s, early 30s.
Dungeon Master.
And then the last but not least just came out, Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk.
I know
Cyberpunk.
I know it's got some issues, but
Oh, our foremost authority of
Yeah.
the one who's played it is right
the
here.
one who's playing it.
The person
Choo-choo.
who's currently playing it.
Yeah.
Choo
So-
choo.
so I
owns
heard-
the copy of it, and we've been waiting, and I've been hearing all this horse shit all year about this greatest.
And I have
FPS.
every intention to
Right.
every intention to
No,
play
we talked
it.
about this in a previous episode, right?
Right,
Where we
right.
were anticipating the FPS,
The
and it's
delays.
going to renovate the genre, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be this total new thing, taking it in a new direction. And how is it?
It is mediocre at
What?
best. And
Well,
so
I heard it's got
I'm,
a lot
I'm,
of problems.
I'm going to say this. The gameplay is there. The shooting is fun. The weapon customization is fun. The weapon or the character progression is fun. Leveling up and everything. That's all there. But if you look at any of the marketing that CD Projekt Red put up in the last 8 years or so since they announced this game, the concept of it.
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years
Yeah, okay.
since they announced that they
It's long
even
making
thought
of
of
the
it.
franchise, man.
Considering that it is utter garbage. On consoles specifically, PCs it runs okay. On consoles specifically, it is horse shit. There are so many glitches, fucking
glitchy.
everywhere.
So this is
For a
from
AAA,
Borderlands 2
Do you think it's going to
through
get patched
Borderlands
out?
3
I-
with the Borderlands whatever
yeah,
for first-person shooters. They've had all this go on. Borderlands has put out what three games?
3 spectacular games.
Spectacular first-person loot shooters,
Yeah,
which is this genre, right?
roughly.
Yeah.
I was
In
gonna
this
say,
time,
It's not.
they've
just a
had 8
first-person
years
shooter.
specifically pointed at this one game. Okay.
Yeah, that was made to. It was originally conceived when it was supposed to be on Xbox One and PS4, and
Right.
those are the consoles specifically that it is running the worst on. Textures will not load in. NPCs do not react to anything. I was in a shootout earlier today with a couple eating dinner right next to me, who could not have cared any less about
That's
guns.
awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
right next to them. It's a glitchy mess. The game that's there is fun, but it's not what they advertised.
Yeah, do you
Which
think
is a huge
Do you think they
problem.
could patch out a lot of these problems?
I think they can.
Yeah.
can.
They
Just
even
a little
came out and
bit.
said they're working on patching.
Yeah,
the issues.
yeah.
I mean, they've only had 8 years, so what do you want?
Well-
who knows what went on behind the scenes?
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna say,
far,
Cyberpunk's put out
We'll
a
find
bunch
out.
of different games, though.
8 years.
Well, not a bunch. They've only had 3 games. That being The Witcher 1 through 3.
Right,
Those are their only games so far,
Have
which
been
are
spectacular.
exceptional RPGs.
Yeah.
Which makes even less sense as to why Cyberpunk is such a
Right.
garbage fire.
But this is
it's-
like so for those that don't know, imagine taking any first-person shooter and mashing it with Grand Theft Auto, making the world like 1,000,000 times bigger,
Yeah.
and like 5,000 times more quests.
Yeah.
And there you have Cyberpunk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's fun.
Yeah.
The detail is there where it matters. It's just what they were marketing. They blew it up to be too much to what it ended up
Do you
to
think
be.
that they created this game as a new generation console game
Yes.
that is just not working right with the non-generationals?
It sounds like they got over ambitious,
Yeah.
and it needed either a high-powered PC or a next-generation console to run it,
Yeah.
but they tried to scale it back to older-gen consoles that came out in 2013
Right.
because that's what it was originally
is-
touted for.
Yeah, right. Because
So they felt obligated.
releasing it
And
this
therefore
close,
it is
releasing it this close to
shortcoming
the
in
holiday
several
season,
ways.
I saw it as being like, this is your Xbox Series X, your PS5 kind of game.
This is one of those
That-
games that sells you on a new system.
Right. That needs to be like scaled back for like the PS4.
Right. It's just
Or-
because they promised it on the PS4 and the Xbox One
Yeah.
now.
Right.
If they didn't say that, they could have moved on and just released it
To
on
me-
PC and next gen, and it would have been fantastic.
Tell us about the fun glitch.
Yeah, I heard that dicks are falling out of pants.
Oh,
today.
that's right.
Dicks are
Oh,
literally.
there's a thing about to buy Cyberpunk 4, right? The free previous
so-
penis preview.
I mean, if you've played Cyberpunk, you know. If you
This would
haven't,
be good
you
for our
don't.
buddy Tyler.
There
Here's the
are.
rum.
This is a
Right.
game like Mass Effect where you can do like romance storylines. So, but they let you get as far as sex scenes. It's very crude in that way.
Banging chicks.
Yeah, or anyone,
Yeah,
really,
Dudes.
really anyone.
Tyler.
So when you're creating your character, you can customize your genitals and your personal bits.
For customization down to the penis.
Oh, it's not in
Or
depth.
vulva.
Either one.
Yes.
Either gender can have either one. It's interesting. I've never seen that kind of thing. I don't know. It's strange.
Who doesn't
It's
want
strange.
to tweak the flappy bits?
But the glitch going on right now is that penises are popping out of pants.
Maybe the funniest glitch in
Yeah.
video game history.
Yeah,
So as
the
you're
penis, not
In
only
a firefight, penises are exposed.
penises and boobs, breasts,
Boobs.
are popping through
Nice.
t-shirts and shit.
Jenna
I don't know.
Jameson and Dumbo are running around in a firefight.
Apparently, so much attention was given to
Nice.
the genitals and the
I see where the
naughty,
focus
the
is.
naughty areas that they just wanted them to clip through clothing.
Like,
Well, if I can be in a firefight and my wang starts dangling outside my pants,
I mean, it
I'm
might throw 'em
downloading
off.
it tomorrow.
Yeah, it might throw them off. You know,
Hell yeah.
people are going to take notice.
I've been playing the shit out of this game, and it is a fun
I'm
game.
going to blow
but
your tits off.
Well-
Literally.
I have not seen any tits leave a body yet.
Oh, they should have done that.
Yet is the key word. I don't know yet.
Right. There's
You
a
know.
patch. Sure.
But it's a fun game, but
Who
holy
doesn't
shit.
want to walk
Jesus.
around
Holy shit.
with the
it's in-
wang hanging out,
it's in a
flipping
bad way.
around,
It's in a bad
blowing
way.
away randos with their
Yes.
titties?
Yep. Yep.
All right, let's move on. We're going a little
Yeah.
long here, so
To say, I guess I was
Wait.
kind of on point. So they were involved with the Saints Row 2. So
oh,
that's where this
Oh,
kind of
really?
came
Oh,
from.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I get you.
so you done with your video games there, Mouth?
Yeah, I am.
All right, so we can't have an episode without a top 10 for me, correct?
Oh yeah, you got
Do
a
it.
little
So
top.
we'll
Let's
do this top
do it.
10 real quick. We'll make it fast. This won't take long. Then we'll get
who
to
cares?
the in memoriam, and then
Who
we'll.
cares? These people
we'll
ain't got
close it out.
nothing better
Nah,
to
we
do.
got to talk sports championships real quick before the memoriam.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do this top 10 real quick. So, I mean, this is obviously the year of the pandemic.
Yes.
So, I went through and searched the top 10 pandemic movies of all time according to IMDb. So,
We're in the pandemic,
there's
right?
we are.
I feel very pandemic-y.
Very, very. So there's a few on here that I've never even heard of. I don't know if any of you have, but
Nice.
we'll see what happens. And this is their top 10. So number 10, I'm sure the only one that's probably seen this is Merlin from 1971, the Omega Man.
Ooh, the Mega Man.
Don't
Wasn't
get me
that quoting
started
the
on
Not
electric
sure.
automobiles.
Yeah.
Wasn't I Am
Well,
Legend based on
It's
Omega
Charlton
Man?
Heston at his best.
Wasn't I
Well,
Am Legend? Didn't I Am Legend have something to do with that? Omega
I think so, because Omega
no.
Man was something about like
No.
Russian.
The Omega Man
Strikes
was
or
a
something, right?
post-apocalyptic, zombie-esque type movie.
Oh, was it?
So
Okay.
was I Am Legend.
Right. It was a takeoff on that.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like a
Okay, that's
sequel.
what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so number 9, I've never heard of this one. It's from 2016. The Girl with All the Gifts.
I heard
Nope.
of that one.
I've heard of it.
I don't really
I've
know
seen
what's
it.
going on there. I can give you a little a quick little breakdown here.
Is the title not self-explanatory?
It's really not.
What kind of gifts
No?
does she have? She can play the piano.
I mean, she has all of them, so really, what doesn't
like,
she have?
So it says
Why not?
one of several children immune to a
Breathe
mutated
fire?
fungal disease that has eradicated free will and turned the rest of humanity into cannibalistic zombies. A gifted young girl escapes the safety of a special school and helps guide mankind's survival.
Whoa.
All right, there you go.
All right.
all right.
Never heard of it.
83% of Google users liked that movie.
Oh, okay. Number 8. This one kind of surprised me. I didn't know this was a pandemic movie, but it's The Kingsman: The Golden Circle from 2017.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely a pandemic.
Is it?
Yeah,
yeah.
because
for
they're
sure.
trying to spread the pandemic.
Yeah, they're poisoning everybody.
Yeah.
With anyone who uses illicit drugs.
Yep, and actually, that's a really good movie.
It's a
pretty good.
fantastic movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Not as good as the first,
No,
No.
but still good.
Not at all.
Still good.
Yep. Does have
The opening scene of that movie is the best scene of that movie.
does have
Yeah,
the
that's
dude
true.
in it.
Yeah,
it's got that dude.
as Champagne.
Yeah.
Or you can call him Champ.
Champ.
Call him Champagne.
Champagne.
Because they make whiskey.
Okay, so number 7 from 2011 is Contagion.
Oh,
Contagion
yeah.
is good.
Starring,
Contagion.
was it Gwyneth Paltrow?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt
Yes.
Damon.
Yes, Matt Damon was in
You got to put some more on it.
it. Yeah. Let's see, number 6, 2013. I thought this probably would have been a little bit higher on the list, but it's World War Z.
Oh,
That's
that's
a good Brad Pitt.
That's
Yeah.
a decent
Yeah.
one.
That's a crazy zombie movie.
It is.
because
That's a
Yeah.
stupid zombie movie.
most times zombies aren't hauling ass after
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
I was going
true.
to say,
Makes it a little
I
weird.
can see why it's not higher.
But if they aren't motivated by music, don't play the hi-fi at
Right.
11. I'm
Right.
just saying. Anyway.
Number 5 was from also 2011. It's called Perfect Sense.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what that one is. It starred
heard of it.
Eva Green and Ewan McGregor.
Ooh, Eva Green.
It revolves around an epidemic that causes humans to lose their sensory perceptions.
All
Yeah.
of them?
Man,
I don't think I've seen that
I
one.
do that when I
Yes,
drink too much
sorry.
beer.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen a lot of movies, not that one.
No, but Eva Green's hot.
she is.
Yeah.
I think I know what the number one
Sin
is.
Sin City, the first one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Maybe.
So number 4,
Casino Royale.
I personally would have put this a little bit higher on the list. 2007, I Am Legend.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
I was just talking
That should have been higher.
It should have been higher.
That's
yeah.
a good
It was a good one.
That's a good one.
That was
It
more
is
than a
good movie.
pandemic movie, though. That was.
Yeah, that was end of the world.
zombie.
Yeah,
Total
that's-
end of the world shit
yeah.
right there.
That's like I'm the only man alive apocalyptic.
Right.
Yeah. Number 3 is a South Korean movie. I haven't seen that. I want to see this because
South Koreans
It's
are
pretty
warped
huge.
in their zombie movies.
it's from 2016. It's called Train to Busan.
Oh, I've
Ooh.
heard of Train to Busan.
I've heard of it too.
Yes,
I
I've
want
heard
to
of
see it. I hear it's
I
pretty
hear it's
wild.
amazing. I hear
I
it's
hear it's pretty
fantastic.
good.
Yeah, it's see South Korean film. It's a zombie outbreak movie. See, some dude isn't the best father after missing his daughter's recital. His daughter convinced him to take a train trip to Busan to visit her mother. And when they board the train, a young woman runs aboard and turns into a zombie, infecting the majority of the passengers. Surrounding cities soon become entirely infected. And the other survivors are informed of a quarantine zone in Busan and make the dangerous journey to safety.
Ooh.
But I heard it's pretty
interesting.
wild.
Sounds
Okay.
interesting.
Get there.
So number 2 was from 2006 called Children of Men.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was a good movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you should.
Yeah,
Is it
that's a
pretty
good
good?
movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Where people can have babies.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, humanity at the risk of extinction.
Right. And then they find one girl who's
One girl.
pregnant.
Yep.
And then he's got to usher her to the safety
Safety
zone.
zone
Is that
where
guy-
there's
all
other
that
like women that can have
Right.
babies. Yeah.
Right.
Is that Clive Owen?
Clive Owen.
Yes.
Okay.
Clive
Is
Owen.
the
Yeah.
hero in that. Yeah.
Yep.
He's the dude.
So number 1, I don't know if I would have put this at number 1. I got a little honorable mention on here saying where the fuck is this on this list?
Yeah.
But number 1 was 12 Monkeys from 1995.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I like that movie. I'm with it, but
Ooh, 12 Monkeys, because they sent him back in time to find the source of the pandemic that plagues them in the future.
right,
Correct.
Yes.
Bruce Willis.
Which is lost on most of what happens in the past because acted out so well. Yeah.
Right. Which is what
I don't
Everybody
disagree.
loses
Brad Pitt.
focus as to why the fuck he's in the past. Yes. Madeline Stowe. if I'm
Madeline
not-
Stowe.
Yes.
Brad Pitt. Bruce Willis.
I'm glad to see 12 Monkeys in the top 10.
Yeah.
But where the
It's
hell
a-
is Outbreak?
That's exactly what I had. That's exactly what I wrote. Where's Outbreak?
Where's
Yeah.
Outbreak?
Because
That's a
Outbreak should have
pandemic
definitely
movie.
been-
You did write
Is the
that.
pandemic movie.
It's literally a pandemic movie.
Right,
What-
and it's like the epitome. It's been around since the
Forget
90s.
that it has
like
Dustin Hoffman as
Right.
the hero on
it
that.
had a great
But
cast.
totally
The storyline was good.
unbelievable.
Renee
Whatever.
Russo.
Renee
Yeah.
Russo.
The movie
Renee
was good.
Russo.
Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it didn't even make the
It's
top
just
10 is
dumb.
beyond me. But
Yeah.
But that was a well done movie, and how it was handled, the people that interacted in that movie.
But compared to
and
some of those other
how they're
movies,
quarantined
there's no
and
way that
stuff.
some of those other movies should have been on
What
the
about
top
the movie
10.
Quarantine? Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah,
I
That was a
love
good
that
movie.
I love that
Yeah.
movie.
Right?
I forget what the original film title is. It's a Spanish film.
Exactly.
Something
But they
like that.
remade
But
it.
Yeah, yes. Quarantine is fantastic. It's
Yes.
so good.
Yeah. and
Second
it's
one,
perfect.
not so much. Second one
Nah,
blows
no,
ass.
fuck that. Yeah.
Watch the first one though. It's
that's a lot of
Yeah.
sequels.
It's next to Cloverfield, one of the best found footage movies made.
but
But Quarantine is an amazing movie. Yes.
If you want to see
Yeah.
a really shitty
what
quarantine,
No.
no.
hey,
The
some
Happening?
people. I don't know if you're like
Marky
us, but our
Mark?
group
Oh,
used
Jesus.
to, and we have been planning. Well, my wife and I
Zoe
have been planning on
Chanel.
bringing back Bad Movie Night. Bad Movie Nights
Mm.
is where you go and venture out to all those crappy
Oh, you gotta
movies.
find those horrible
Right.
movies.
Yeah.
So
And
that
embrace
the
them for the
happening-
horrible that
the
they
hap-
are.
The happening would be your Saturday Bad
Yes,
Movie Night.
That is one of those.
Oh, we can't breathe the air except for the air inside the house.
Right.
Somehow.
Or except for the air after we've had an emotional connection.
Right. Because somehow the air knows. And
Yeah.
It's
It's the
fuck
plants.
you.
It's the plants. They hate us.
That was a M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong
Shamalama Ding Dong.
cash out.
Yeah,
for-
I usually like M. Night Shyamalan movies, but
I
that one
do.
was not so much.
I like a few of them.
That was a
they're,
reach.
they're hit and miss, really big.
Now,
I did
yeah.
like Devil, which
Devil was okay.
In the
which
elevator.
was produced
I
by
liked.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding
Yeah.
Dong.
Yeah.
And it was an individually, was it a competition amongst young
Yeah.
filmmakers?
Something
and
like
the
that.
winner, he produced their movie.
Yeah,
And that was
basically.
Devil.
That's the
Yeah.
one in the elevator, right?
Yes,
It
it
was
was.
all in the elevator.
Yeah.
100%
Because
in
there
one
is-
elevator.
There is an
not
actual-
100%. They
there
do
is an
cut to the
actual-
police and stuff
Well,
outside.
kinda,
But
There
but-
is an actual short
you know.
film, independent, like short
Right.
film done by the original producer.
Right.
And he took all those short films and basically said, I'm going to make your short film into a full length film.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
And,
so,
and I'm going to give you part of the proceeds.
yeah.
right. But being confined to mostly 90%, let's say, in an elevator,
Mm.
confined space,
It was a good job.
is a great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
It's
Uh,
really
but-
good. Really good.
A lot of Shyamalan's shit has come up short.
All right, that's enough. Moving on. Let's get
Yeah.
weird.
So who did your list
Airbender,
anyway?
Get out of here.
I'm kind of interested to know who put that shit together.
IMDb.
Yeah, well, fuck
IMDb.
IMDb.
Oh, they come up short on so much
IMDb.
shit.
No.
Read their trivia section.
I'm
It's
only
like,
giving them shit. They left out a couple big ones, I think. But
Yeah.
hey, whatever.
But there's a lot of
Uh,
pandemic movies out there.
Before we get
Go
on
and
to the
find them, freak
somber that
yourself
is
out.
everybody that we've lost this year, I want to give you the surprisingness that is sports championships. Because believe it or not, almost
Ooh.
every sport has given you a champion in 2020
Well, sure.
in
a
some
very
shape,
weird
form, or
way.
fashion.
by the
Yeah.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
sure.
weird.
Eventually, and you may have not noticed
some-
because some were delayed.
Some
Quite a bit.
delayed, some short, some not short, but kind of delayed.
Yeah.
It's been a weird year.
Like the NBA drug out forever, and
so-
I didn't even.
You can asterisk these, or you cannot, because in MLS, I don't think we will. We will just give.
No, we'll
we
just
we will give
glide on
Columbus,
past.
Ohio, their due.
Yeah, fuck you, Columbus. You still have to live in Ohio.
So that takes us to MLS. Obviously, it was a weird year, not a short year by any
Sorry
means.
to my friends who live
They-
in Ohio.
They had a pause X.
Good for you.
They had a pause on their season. Then they came back and they did some tournament that really didn't mean much of anything. And then they completed the rest of their season.
Right.
And that gave you the Columbus Crew as tonight's MLS
yeah,
winners.
whatever.
Major League Baseball gave you the LA Dodgers as
Oh,
a
they
winner
won?
this year.
Finally. finally didn't choke.
Finally didn't choke. They pulled it out
Finally
in a shortened season.
continues to not care. All right.
But nonetheless,
That's
baseball
baseball.
fans,
Yeah.
you got to see some baseball this year.
All right.
You know what? The
Hooray,
Houston
baseball.
Astros cheating asses didn't win, so
Oh,
Exactly.
that's cool.
weird.
I'm with that.
Okay.
Yep.
The NBA gave you a season. Basketball
town.
fans, you got to see basketball. And the LA Lakers
Did
gave
we?
you a 2020 championship.
Oh, really? When was that?
Yeah, that was
2020.
Not that long ago, actually. It was like a month and a half ago.
Exactly, because they extended that season out to fucking God knows when.
Their new season is just about to start.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just about to start.
What?
They're like 2
all
month
right.
break.
Regardless, I continue to not care. But
We already
the
told you
Lakers.
We already told you who won MLS this year with a paused season, but not a shortened season.
Son of a bitch.
The National Hockey League, they gave you a season, and
Yeah.
the Tampa Bay Lightning won in 2020. Go
They
Tampa
still
Bay.
got that girl goalie?
Holy Lord. I don't know. I don't
they
know if she
don't.
still exists there.
She was only never
The
mind.
WNBA also gave you a season, and the Seattle Storm gave you a championship.
Seattle Storm,
Oh.
the team with the most championships in our city.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. They are definitely the dynasty
Yeah. Great.
for Seattle.
Adding to it.
Yay, Sue Burden.
The
Don't drink and drive. What?
okay,
Huh?
the
She's not
NWSL, so
listening.
Women's Pro Soccer, also gave you a league, which saw the Houston Dash give you a
Oh,
championship.
now there's something.
Houston Dash.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, they
A
got to name
championship for
themselves
them.
something.
I will tell you, unfortunately, the newer league, the Major League Rugby League, did not give you a championship.
No.
No.
The Sea Dogs did
Fine.
not come across.
The Seawolves
The Seawolves?
are two-time champions in like a
Right.
3-year league,
Right.
and unfortunately, they canceled their season.
Seawolves are strong.
I will also tell you that for those of us here in the Pacific Northwest
We should try
and in
out.
Canada, the Western Hockey League, they
Yes.
made it to the playoffs
Yeah.
and then canceled playoffs.
Right.
So you got a season.
It's an abbreviated thing,
abbreviated
right?
season, but no
so,
playoffs.
like, yeah.
So you have no champion there.
Right.
Yeah.
The Thunderbirds were not strong this year, though.
No. Well, they made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs, but they
weren't
were
strong, yeah.
No.
But I'll
I
tell
did
you
not
that
have huge hopes.
like the
coming up-
Premier League gave you champions this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like we in the United States had the most struggles, but by this list, I'm showing you that almost every major
they
sport
still produce a
gave
champion
you a
of
season,
some sort.
gave you something
Yeah.
to watch, gave you some entertainment, and gave you a champion.
Right.
So,
I mean, the Chiefs,
yeah, not bad.
technically by the NFL.
I don't know, man. If you look at,
I mean, the Chiefs won in 20. I mean,
in 2019, NFL hasn't given you
well,
a
it's
2020 yet.
2019 season, but they won in 2020.
I mean,
Yeah,
technically
okay.
they did.
I get you, but I'm saying they got to play the Super Bowl
Your
in a
current-
pandemic season. Is what I'm going for.
That
Technically, it
was
was
actually before the pandemic started because the pandemic really didn't come into play for
okay.
us until March. So
still.
I'm
just
not
saying.
including them. Stop
Was it
with your
played in
technicalities on
2020?
the actual
All right.
year.
All right.
I'm giving
I'm
you
just
the
happy
pandemic.
we had a Super Bowl because easily it could have been preempted, right?
Well, this year we could still have it affected,
Oh my God!
which is what
Anyway.
we're looking at.
This year's season, the Super Bowl will be played in 2021.
So that
Oh my
was your
God.
championships for.
They
for-
won it in 2020. All right, fine.
Somehow we still had championship games
Yes.
played.
We
this
had
season,
sports.
which is
We had
all-
a ton of sports.
It
which
was all
cool.
a shit show. It was weird.
And thank you to all the athletes that
am I
put
wrong in
yourself in
this?
risk
It's weird seeing
and played through.
I don't.
seeing sports with no.
I don't
fans.
understand.
It's weird.
It is very weird. It was
weird.
very awkward
Sports with
for
no
me.
fans sucks.
It's weird.
It's weird
If
seeing
you got
cardboard
balls,
cutouts.
you should be allowed to show up.
I agree with that.
Am I wrong? We would show up at every Sounders game
Yeah,
because
I
we got
probably
fucking
would.
balls,
And I have
We-
season tickets. Yes,
fucking
I
be
probably
there.
Would.
Yeah.
No shit.
As long
Yeah.
as there was no one else
It
that I
should
didn't
go off
know
of
within 6 feet of me.
It should go off of the balls show up.
The balls show up.
As long as no one with that I
Yeah.
don't know is
You'd
within
have
6 feet of me,
100,000
yes.
people show up because guess what? You can take vitamins.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, so that's the end of that. Let's get into this in memoriam and get out of here. What do you got, Merlin?
Oh, I have pages and pages of people that
has been a bad year.
expired this year, right?
Oh,
I
boy.
stopped counting at 190
Good God.
as of
Christ.
December. So, I mean, to go through all of these people, I mean, it seems like more than normal expired in 2020, right?
It was a lot.
It's been a
And
bad year for people
Unfortunately,
passing away.
but we lost Chuck Yeager.
Yeah.
Talk about the hugest balls of any American in history. This guy, he needs 2 burial plots. One for him, one for his balls.
And that was like this week.
No I mean, the Chuck Yeager, he said no to NASA because they kind of went too slow for him. It wasn't too big of a challenge.
Right.
He's like, oh, I'll break the sound barrier a couple times. How
Oh,
about
Jesus.
that? And anyway, so Chuck Yeager is my all-time favorite, my hero. Growing up, he's inspired me to what I studied early on in my career. Anyway, he's deeply personal to me. Charlie Pride, we lost this year.
Charlie Pride.
Yeah, country singer. Also played baseball for the Memphis Red Sox.
Ooh.
So you should love him as
minor
well.
leaguer.
Yeah. I'm going to go down here. Pat Patterson, WWE.
WWE?
Yeah. He expired this year at
Fuck, I didn't even
79
hear
years.
that.
Well, there you go.
Man, there's been a lot that
Oh,
have passed
man.
away that we haven't heard of.
Pat Patterson.
You're
The
welcome.
very first Intercontinental Champion.
Tony, I can't even say his last name. Fisea? He is the CEO of Zappos. Everybody remembers Zappos, the
Oh,
first
wow.
online discount shoe sellers
Yep.
Yeah.
and
No.
whatever.
Wasn't it like a fire in his...
He died
He was
from
locked
a fire,
in a
but
shed
that's
or something.
right. And he died because of smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
But he was only 46 years old. And so he expired this year. David Prowse, Darth Vader,
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
That wasn't that
died
long
this
ago
year.
either.
Huge hit to me and probably you, Mouth. Maradona.
Oh, yeah.
Soccer legend.
Soccer legend.
He was only 60 years old.
Argentina legend.
Right. But everybody in the world knew this guy.
Yeah.
He brought soccer to the entire world.
Yeah.
But,
he's like almost as big as Pele. I would
I'd say even bigger.
he's on level with Pele.
But anyway, this is how huge this guy is. Anyway, he died this year at 60 years old,
yeah.
which
young.
is
What got him?
ridiculous.
He
It
had
didn't
some
say,
underlying health
but
problems.
underlying health. Ed Murray? Anybody remember Ed Murray?
My Three Dads?
No. Brother of Bill Murray.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And is in the World Caddy Hall of Fame.
Oh, shit.
Actually, all 5 Murray brothers are in the World Caddy Hall of Fame,
Oh,
Wow.
including Bill.
There's a Caddy Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Of course there is.
There's a
Bill-
Caddy Hall of Fame.
Bill Murray's
And-
in the Caddy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is.
Oh shit! I
And
didn't know he was a caddy.
Ed was the one who got the whole family into golf.
Yeah.
He was a world-renowned caddy, and he loved golf. He was that's all he did. That's all he's known for. But Ed Murray was the guy who like held the family together for golf, got everybody into golf. Phenomenal caddy. He
Yeah, that's
died this year.
Wow.
Wait, what did I say? When you said Ed Murray, what did I say? Did I say My Two Dads?
Yes.
I meant My Three Sons.
Oh no, that guy.
Totally different shows.
Yes.
That was Ed Murray, though, right?
No. Yes, but that guy died.
I think you actually
He
said
was old as
long
shit.
ago.
I think
Right.
you actually mixed them up.
That
and
guy
said My
died
Three Dads.
long.
Did I say My
ago.
Three
I'm
Dads?
pretty sure.
My Three Sons is what I meant.
My Three
And
Sons.
it might not have been Ed Murray, but
My Three Dads was different, and those 2 guys are still alive.
right. Okay, never mind. It's
Anyway,
that kind of. It's
sorry.
been that
Keep
kind
on
of show.
keeping
for
on,
me.
man.
Oh,
Merlin.
Jesus. All right, I'm going to try and get through this. It's Alex Trebek, of course. Sean Connery, of course.
Right.
Yep.
Let me go through this real fast. I'm trying to read.
You can just read them all. It's cool. You don't have to
Yeah.
give a description of all of them. It's just,
Yeah.
you just say what you got.
There's 190.
It's fine.
It's 190.
They all deserve respect.
Joe Morgan,
Baseball player.
baseball player.
Yep.
Tom Kennedy, game show host from Name That Tune.
Name that tune.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows Name That Tune.
Oh, geez.
Coming back, by the way.
Yeah. Everybody knows Name That Tune. Everybody loved Name That Tune. Tom Kennedy is the guy that
Okay.
brought you Name That Tune.
Okay.
Died this year. Joe Morgan, Whitey Ford, both
Whitey
baseball
Ford, yes.
Oh,
legends.
Jesus, that's right.
He was old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Nash.
Johnny Nash.
Remember Johnny Nash? Maybe I'm the only one old enough to remember Johnny Nash.
I don't know Johnny Nash.
I can see clearly.
Oh,
shit,
the rain
yeah.
is gone?
That's
Yeah.
right.
He died this year. Max von Sydow.
Oh,
Remember him?
Yeah.
He's a classic villain, anti-hero kind of guy.
yep.
Let me see. Helen Reddy.
Helen Reddy.
She was a singer and feminist activist.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in the day, everybody knew Helen Reddy.
Yeah. She was older too, right?
She was 78 when she died.
Okay.
Lou Brock, baseball legend.
Cardinal legend.
Yeah. Cliff Robinson, basketball legend.
player
Yeah.
Player.
for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, he was only 53.
I was gonna
Wow.
say he was fairly young.
Let's see. Chadwick Boseman,
Chadwick. Yeah.
Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman. Yeah.
Frankie Benali, Quiet Riot drummer,
Okay.
Oh man.
Regis Philbin,
Regis.
Grant
Regis.
Himahara,
Grant.
Mythbusters.
Oh yeah.
Remember that
the
guy?
Asian guy. Yeah.
He died early in 2020.
Yeah,
Brain aneurysm.
Yep.
that's right.
And as huge of a loss Grant was, and I followed him for way before he was Mythbusters,
Man, that
because
sucks.
I'm a geek. That is the fitting way he should have died. A brain aneurysm. His brain exploded because that guy was smarter than
Right.
fuck.
Makes sense.
And so
yeah.
he was.
he was a fan favorite of mine. Anyway,
He brought back BattleBots.
yeah.
BattleBots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the original BattleBots.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which is continuing on without him, by the way.
absolutely
Yeah.
new
Yep.
season just started.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that? Kelly Preston.
John Travolta's
Oh,
wife.
yes.
Yes. Oh, Kelly Preston.
Did she really
Wow.
die? I mean, Scientology.
Yeah.
I don't know.
right.
Carl Reiner.
Carl Reiner.
Reiner.
Huge,
Huge
loss.
loss.
Yes. Bonnie Pointer.
Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fred Willard.
Oh, Fred Willard.
Oh, who
shit.
did not love
Oh,
Fred,
Fred
Willard?
Forgot about him.
That guy is a fucking comedic phenomenon.
Legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that, except for maybe Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Stiller. Yep. Ben's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. From way back in
That guy.
the-
Also,
he was
Leah
pretty
Remini's
funny.
dad on King of Queens.
Yes.
Yep.
And from vaudeville.
Yep.
I mean, they started way back. He was married 62 years.
Holy smokes.
Yes. Little Richard.
Little Richard.
That's
Yep.
right, Little
Yeah.
Richard. Yeah.
I'd like to give a little shout out to Matty Simmons. Anybody know Matty Simmons?
No.
Of course you don't. He was the co-founder of National Lampoon,
Oh.
who brought us all that comedic genius. He was the advocate for all that cutting edge comedy. He
Yeah.
broke barriers. He advocated for freedom of speech. He was a pioneer in
Yeah.
everything that we hold dear to what
That's
we're
true.
doing today.
Right.
He died at 93.
Wow.
So, huge guy that nobody knows. And all of us owe a huge debt to him. Followed up by Brian Dennehy.
Oh.
Everybody knows Brian Dennehy.
Yep.
John Prine, country singer.
Country singer. Yep.
Yep.
Nope.
Bill Withers.
Bill Withers.
Mm.
You know him? Lean on Me.
Yep.
Ain't No Sunshine. Joe Diffie.
Country singer.
Yep. He died at 61.
Wow.
That's
Alzheimer's.
pretty young.
All fucking Zymers at 61.
Yikes.
People
That's a
got to pay
bad
attention to
case.
this shit.
Yeah, that's a bad case right there.
Yeah.
When you die that young.
61?
Yeah.
It was Alzheimer's?
Because my grandmother had that and
Yeah.
dementia, and she lived till
Yeah.
she was like
My grandparents
88.
My
or
grandparents
90.
had that and they were in their 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
James Lipton.
Oh,
James
shit.
Lipton.
Remember him? He did all the NPR interviews from all
Oh, that's
the...
right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He was
a
a journalist.
Oh,
yeah.
he was huge.
Yeah.
He was the juggernaut. He was the steadfast anchor of
And the
all...
cool thing is he was NPR, so like
Right.
he wasn't politically affiliated at all.
He
man.
wasn't-
That guy was just pure like
Right. He
The
wasn't
fact is the
influenced
fact,
by
but-
media. He
Nah.
wasn't influenced by anybody. And this is what all
Yeah.
actors aspired to live up to, was his standard. And this is what everybody in media studies for, is his standard. Anyway, James Lipton, huge loss. David Roback, he's the guitarist for Mazzy Star,
oh yeah.
a little hero of mine. Robert Conrad, he was the original star of Wild Wild West, is
All
what
right.
everybody knew him as. But this guy was the 60s, 70s version of a badass. This guy was hardcore. He was a great actor. Kirk Douglas. Got anything to say about Kirk Douglas?
No, man.
Because he died at 103, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, I was
we
gonna
should
say.
all be so fucking lucky to live
Jesus.
Kirk Douglas's life.
Dude, he lived
And
forever, man.
He should be what we all aspire to be. He starred in all kinds of movies. He was awesome
I love Kirk Douglas, man.
every decade of his life. Died at
You
103.
probably don't know his movies very well.
You know,
I do
Choo-Choo,
not.
shut your fucking mouth right now.
I wasn't saying anything.
Do not
I was not saying a
taint
thing.
my moment of
won't.
Kirk Douglas.
Your
I
dad is
won't.
taking you on a Kirk
I
Douglas
haven't
bender this
said
week.
it.
Oh, you
anything.
need to so fucking
It's
shut up.
fine.
All right. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Oh, man.
Neil Peart,
Yeah.
drummer for Rush,
Yep.
Damn, man. I
died
forgot
at
about
only
that.
67.
Yeah.
Only 67.
One of the best drummers ever, too.
One of the greatest. of all time.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest
The
of all
best
time.
drummer.
Didn't he come up in the last episode or the episode?
He did because
the
he's my
super
pick
groups,
as
yeah.
the
Yeah.
best drummer of all time.
And he was my honorable mention.
And he
Yeah.
just expired. One you may not know is, but you do know is Buck Henry.
Mm.
No, he is a character actor, but you know him. Look him up. He was a short guy, always accepted supporting roles, and was a writer and not necessarily a director, but a contributor to many, many films through the years. He's a understated star, and I encourage you to look up Buck Henry and his movies and look at them. He's somebody who I hold dear to my heart. He's not an A-list actor by any means, but he's somebody I put on my list because I love Buck Henry. And then somebody who recently passed just this month in December, Tiny Lister
Debo.
from the Friday movies. And
Sorry.
That
you
wasn't-
know him
that
for
wasn't his line,
all
but-
kinds of things.
No, but he's the one that knocked him out.
Right.
And he is not a leading man by any means, but these people need to be celebrated, much like Buck Henry.
Yes.
Uh,
they all do, man.
They make the stars that much brighter
Yep.
because of what they do to set them up to do their great things, and they get overlooked more often than not. So that's my short list of people who have expired in 2020. There are many, many more that I'm sure that you all have felt and who have felt.
They have definitively.
And
everybody on your list.
God,
have given
2020
us,
was so harsh.
They have given us
Inappropriately.
their lives. in
And I could
sorts.
go on by any one of those people on the list.
because there is.
I will go on and on for days about each and every one
Those
of
are
those
just the people that are like well known to everybody.
Those
right?
are
Right.
those are my people.
right.
And
So there's not only tons more famous people, but there's also non-famous people that have lost their lives this year as well.
Absolutely.
So I say to all of the famous and everyone that we've lost to COVID this year,
Right.
and just kind of ending it on the note of cheers, here's to you. We
Here's
hope that
to you.
you rest in peace.
Yes.
2020 has been one hell of a fucking year. It's giving us some new stuff, and it's also led to some sad stuff too.
Yeah.
Here's to the end of that. We
Yes.
hope for a good new year coming in 2021.
Yeah.
Here's to all of you out there, and here's to you, my gents. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
And fuck you, 2020.
Rest in peace to
Absolutely.
everyone. Anybody who lost anyone this year.
Yes.
Our
Keep surviving.
condolences go out to you, and hopefully 2021 will be much brighter for everybody.
Much brighter.
And
We
beers
just need
on
to-
me, first of the new year.
Beers on you.
So here's to you out there.
The
Keep
next
surviving.
chance we get, yes.
We'll try to squeeze one more episode in this year. It'll be a special episode if we can
It'll
get
be
to
a
it.
special episode.
Is this
Aside
gonna
from
be-
the beers on you in 2021, because
Yeah.
you lead off 2021
I
with
do.
your beers.
Is this going to be the Bomp Christmas special?
No, we already did the bump extravaganza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It could be just a bonus of bonus content. We could throw you a little something special and maybe some outtakes from 2020 from the first
Ooh.
6 months
Ooh.
of
I like
this
that.
and the test runs because I have them all on tape.
Oh, geez.
So we may give you outtakes and a little bit of something bonus special on the side. It could be a table read and a little bonus on the side. What we give you will be a surprise. We're not going to spoil that right now.
2020 big boner.
Yeah, we're gonna try to end 2020 on a bang.
Oh,
so we'll on it and
bang 2020.
We'll finish with a bang. We'll go out strong, hopefully, and then we'll enter 2021.
Flappy, cheeky kind of thing.
We got some big things planned for next year.
Yep. Thanks for sticking with us, by the way.
Like going outside. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
With other people.
Yeah.
I miss hugging you fuckers.
Touching people.
God.
That we don't know.
And if you're enjoying the show, please tell your friends.
Looking forward to that.
Tell everybody. Hook us up. Follow us on social medias.
Yes, and if we don't get the bonus out before Christmas, have a good Christmas. Have a good holiday. Enjoy your families. Hold them tight and close. Those in your bubble.
Go see your family.
Can. And if you can see your family, please do. If not, then you need to reach out. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype. You need to do something. Go see people.
Have a happy new year.
Yeah, have a happy new year.
Fucking new year.
Everybody be safe. We'll get through this. We'll get back to normal soon.
Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good day.